Yep. Yep. Hey, how's everybody doing? How y'all going about it, huh? How y'all waking up now? Y'all seem to be coming. Uh, okay. It is working. All right. Being dumb. All right. So, how's everybody going? Everybody online? Can you all see? Can everybody? Oh, do that. I forget to do stuff on my own. Okay. Still forgetting stuff because I'm horrible. Horrible. So, welcome to episode 2 of the Unpatched podcast, where I give you a whole bunch of new stuff to talk about, along with a whole bunch of co-hosts and a guest host this week, who is eman6000, who has his own channel over there. Barely streams anymore, but needs to stream a whole lot more often. But if you don't know who I am, my name is Soul, Arc Soul, Arcadian Soul. You can find all those names on my channel. Pretty much like this. At arc_soul. Pretty much that's where I'm at in YouTube. I'm not doing Twitch as much anymore, but yeah, you can also catch me on Twitter and on Bluesky if you get updates and like social media stuff, and also when the podcast's coming out, and also what I'm streaming. So, everybody good? So I am watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to me. I know that you're all watching. Please subscribe. So we're gonna get started and talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of releases that are coming out really soon. And right now, one of the favorite ones that I'm really looking out for is Blade and Soul from the Neo Geo. It's coming on February 25th. It is like it's old style game brought back onto PC, and I'm really waiting for that one to come out. Along with that, I know a lot of people have been kind of keeping their eyes on Monster Hunter Wilds. A lot of people have been watching out. A lot of good trailers and good accounts have been kind of showing off the game in beta. It's been doing pretty well, so it's another game that a lot of people have just been waiting for. Backrooms Inside the Escape is also another one. It doesn't have a date on it yet, but expect it on PC and PlayStation within the month, and that should be probably already on demo. If I'm not mistaken, I already think the demo is already out, so get to it. And if you like, virtual reality kind of stuff, Farming Simulator is out on VR, which, I don't know how would you farm? And like, well, you might as well go farming. But nonetheless, the Switch is kind of showing a slower month this time, and it's probably mostly to do with the fact that the Switch 2 is going to be out pretty soon, or at least there's some rumors that that's going to be coming out. So yeah, the Switch is kind of holding back on their inventory, but a lot is going for PC and PS5 just for the releases that are coming up. Now, in the last week, we've gotten some games that have been like really hardcore, and these are the 4 notable right now. Cthulhu Keeper has gotten 50k views in 6 days. It's a dark fantasy, Lovecraftian real-time tactics game that's based in like the 1920s, so expect monsters and creepy crawlies. There's a whole bunch of horror and stealth mechanics. It's currently on wishlist. The game looks pretty good. It's like a top-down, like isometric style. The next one is Samurai Pizza Cat, which is like a weird title of all. But that has gotten in 3 days 78,000 views on it, and it is based on like an old anime that came out with the similar name, Samurai Pizza Cats, and people have just been flocking towards it. It is an action platformer 2D hack and slash, so it looks pretty good. It's got that same anime style from the anime, and it also, because it's platformer, it'll cater to everybody, so everybody's gonna love this game. Trailer has been going pretty wild constantly, and it's staying on high accounts. Cyber Taxi Lunatic Nights is another one that's been doing pretty well. Not as notably as the other two. They 16,000 views in 2 days, which is still very good because I don't look at anything under 10k. But this game is kind of, if you're reminded of like Twisted Metal and stuff like that. It has some feel of that. Pretty much you're roaming in like a taxi driving simulator, pretty much in a city where people are trying to destroy you and obliterate you, and you got weapons, guns, blades, and everything else to kind of get through it. And then there's Kyborg. Official trailer for this on the Steam Next Fest. Come Back Stronger. That game is an action RPG roguelike beat 'em up style game, and it's pretty much like feels cyberpunkish, where you get cybernetic implants and you're kind of beating the crap out of enemies and building up your skills as you go along in the game. It just only had 14,000 views in one day, which is kind of super epic. It's been kind of exploding a lot in the scene when it comes to games. So these are 4 games to really just give a good look at. Give check out. Cyber Taxi has a demo. Kyborg has a demo. And the other 2, Cthulhu and Samurai, those 2 are still in wish list and just waiting for more information. So just keep an eye out. If I'm not mistaken, Kyborg also has it's expected for Q2 2025. So expect it later this year, mostly right at the edge of summer. So these are games to really check out. Now, I wanted to talk about a few games that are coming on the channel and like I've been playing as like I've been streaming. So if you don't already know, on my channel I stream a whole bunch of games, and if take anything from that, I do usually reviews on those kind of games. So if you haven't heard of some of these games, by all means check them out. I have played a whole bunch on these channels, so I'm just going to give a little word about some of the games that I played and also talk about should you get them or should you not. One is Faith, the Unholy Trinity. It is a horror, old style Atari style game. It is a hell of a lot of fun. It has scares in it and a lot of like style of the old Atari game era, old MS-DOS game era, and it's got a grand story, lots of lore, and it's highly developed, even though it's just a basic. I would highly recommend that. Little Kitty, Big City, another game. If you like cats, go get that. Go get that. Was not too expensive from what I remember. It usually is on sale pretty often. Squirrel with a Gun, a game that I tried out, but it was good at first, and then it kind of got a little repetitive, a little too strung along. That's a game that its replayability is kind of low. Give that a try if you want to give that all and out. There's also Deadpool. That's very old. You see it. It's mid 2010s. It's very funny, but if you can get it, go for it. It should still be on Steam. Should still be available. Ghostbusters, the video game, and also the remastered version of that. That's another game that's really good. I would check that out. Buckshot Roulette. When I played that on stream, that was a hit release and also came to multiplayer. Everybody should play the heck out of it. It's just getting better, growing every day. I highly recommend that. It's a very fun little multiplayer game that you can kind of do one-offs on. Mouthwashing was another game. It's just more of a story adventure where you're kind of running down a linear path, but the story was really good, captivating. The art style was pretty good, like kind of more of the N64 PS2 era, which is a pretty good style. And so there was also Heartbound, a game that reminds me of Undertale. That's still in development at today, and the developer is finally back to getting more updates and debugging the game. If you don't already know him, he's Pirate Software. But the game is like back under full development, and they're releasing more debugs. They released one just this early February, so I would give it a check out. Like the story's getting built up. Get about halfway into the game, I think, or about a third of the way before you get stopped from the demo. So other than that, there's Cassette Beast. If you love Pokemon, oh my god, it is another game that's stylized like Pokemon, and it's just got a whole other kind of gear to it. Instead of like capturing Pokemon like with Pokeballs and stuff like that, you're capturing with cassettes or like even combining different things and fusing different creatures is kind of implemented in the game, something Pokemon really hasn't done much of. I've been recently playing God of War for the first time. That's another game that like I've never played before, God of War 2018, even though I played the first 3. man, do I highly recommend the game. It's so lore deep and so intense that you cannot skip it. It is a must-have, even though it took Sony forever to release this thing. God of War is a must-have. You must get. And the last game that I kind of like did recently was Bum Simulator, BUM Simulator, like literally a bum, and it was hilarious. It's a bit of a grindy game, but it is a hilarious where you get to be an actual bum, go do the crazy things. It's not safe for work, that's for sure, because you're gonna like do things like do horrible things to people, steal things, dig in the trash, make your own little bum house. It's got a lot of like different mechanics in it, and it gets more expensive as you go. And I've been playing that. It's just kind of hilarious. So, with all that in mind, we're gonna go to the next section of the podcast where now we talk with different guest hosts or actual hosts of ours, and talk about different topics that are going on in the gaming sphere and on in entertainment, the drama, and the tech sphere, and all that good stuff. So, give me a second, and I'll flip it over.
About to unmute.
Oh, damn.
No,
Wait, I'm new, bro.
Why is this still going? Wait.
No, looking at your podcast looks so weird.
Yeah, no, I changed a lot. Hold on. I also gotta do a few things. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Not bro. Wait, I like the name tags. Those are cool.
You just decided to not have your VTuber pop up this time?
You wait.
He's too. We're not good enough for his standards. He doesn't want to show us his VTuber.
I demand
He hates
VTuber.
us.
Oh, then it moves me
He's not gonna listen to your
completely.
demands.
It just moves me. I hate.
Oh, it moved everyone.
I hate.
Oh, Bryce is the VTuber because he demanded it. See,
No, no,
It
no.
I
worked.
guess I'm
Alright,
even
I'm gray now, guys.
Hold
That's
on,
not-
hold on.
Wait, what's
Shut
the fault?
up.
Why am I so wait?
Shut
Wait,
up.
if I'm
Shut up.
you're
Shut up.
Dude,
you're all-
subscribers.
Stop. You're all talking at the same time. It's so loud.
Ugh, my apologies.
It's a good group.
Wait, if you're sold, does that mean you got the subs now, Grayson?
I don't know. That's too
Can you-
stressful.
can
Take
you-
it back. I don't want it.
Can you wait? Can you hush the puppy?
Puppy?
Oh,
Who's a puppy?
you are a
Oh
puppy.
yeah, I just realized my name tag has a star on it.
Yeah, because you're the
Yeah.
guest.
You're special.
I'm special.
I can grab it. Thank you.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp.
Just grasping it.
Hold on. Fixing.
Firmly grasp.
Firmly grasp
All right.
it.
I didn't expect it to throw me up here because I thought it was just going to stay in alphabetical order. Stupid thing. All right, cool.
Right. Well, whenever you show your screen, you're like priority.
I hate. All right, cool. Good to know. All right. All right. I just realized. Oh, I know how much. I'm like,
Oh,
how?
and she's here.
How am I?
Oh god.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't even want to be here anymore. Ugh.
Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna hide you guys for a second. Hold on.
No.
Thank God. Thank God. I don't want her to see
Don't
me.
leave
Like
me
this.
here.
Hold on. I gotta do something.
Michael.
This is
Michael.
I gotta edit something really quick. Go on
Now
screen.
you gotta fix everything again.
No, it comes right back when I go back. What I have to fix is I can't see the other room. I can't see the topics. Hold on.
We should have done this like an hour ahead of time so you could properly set it up.
Dude, I can't think of everything. I didn't even think of this. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
no,
it's
just
not it's not a matter of me.
Last week, though.
Huh?
You already did this last week.
Yes, but this is different again. Like it's like this new. Don't worry, we get better at it.
In conclusion, we blame E-Man because he's the
What the heck?
guest.
We're getting better at it. We're getting better at
You're
it. We're
joined late.
getting better at it. We're getting better at it.
My goodness gracious.
Okay, So, all right. So, topics. We'll start with like the one that's going to be
Topic.
the heaviest kind of hitting topic that we're going to probably bring on this channel and this podcast
Yeah,
for a while.
It's been going on a lot for like the past year.
Yeah, so it is already a little heavy. A lot of artists are going to be kind of have a lot to say about it. AI art versus real art. So right now, what's been happening a lot on social media is that people are being accused of being like they do their regular art, they do their thing, and they're being accused that their art is AI art and having to prove it and show all their work and all that good stuff. And then the opposite is also happening where like everybody's getting accused back and forth of not doing it real, not doing AR, like everything, right? So obviously there's been starting a bit of hate raiding and a lot of attacking and a lot of people attacking each other for AI art, when to use it, when not to use it, stuff like that. So what are y'all's takes on that?
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, no.
I thought you were going first.
It doesn't matter.
I don't have to go first for everything. I hate introverts.
Go
fine.
guest. Go guest.
Yeah, you're the guest. Go. Guest
Oh,
of
what
honor.
You're
the heck?
first all the time now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm first
see?
all the time.
Yes.
Yup.
Come on, man.
Come
I'm
on,
not ready for my
E,
answer yet,
man.
though. There you go.
Oh my god. He just wants to base his answers off mine because I'm the best one here.
E-Man's
Fine.
first. He's the guest today. You're first. You gotta
Alright.
go.
Go.
What the heck?
Got it.
Come on,
Got it.
E-Man.
You got it. Come on, champ. Come on.
What do you okay, heads up, you're loud. So look, when it comes to like AI art, what's your belief? How you feel about it?
I mean, generally, I just dislike it. Obviously,
You just like it, like why?
just because of the effect it's having on like actual artists, in a way. If that makes sense.
Yeah, well, like the effect it's having right now is like multifold, but we've been using AI art for a long time. A lot of people don't realize like how like now it's obvious, it's more prevalent because now we got all these like AI bots and all this crap. But compared to what it was before, we were using AI art to do a lot of things simple like logo, graphic design. We use it a lot to kind of like do basic things to get us an idea of what we want to look at ahead of time. You would use it a lot for like, you use a lot of AI art when it comes to animation. Queening is a technique where you make one scene and make another scene, and the animation, like the program would redraw your thing to fill in the gaps, right? So that's how you get like that fluid animation of characters moving and so forth, right? And that's AI art. That is actually AI art. So like a lot of people just think it's just copying art, where people, I just throw it in and I can fake art. Right? And so that's where a lot of like the concern is. Yeah, well, you can just get a whole bunch of art from an artist and throw it in there and replicate their art, which is, I don't think it's fully true. Like art styles change over time, but what other take do you have?
I mean, I don't. I feel like AI art can't really replicate other people's styles to perfect that. As it was said.
You can all fill in too.
I wasn't sure if we were letting people talk one at a time.
You can talk. You can talk. Or just try not to like step over.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say like AI art doesn't have the character that a person can do themselves, like their own personal type character to their own art.
And even then, it still has its kinks where
Yeah.
things shouldn't appear how they properly should.
So yeah, that's a lot of the thing with AI art. Like if you've noticed, like a lot of the AI art that when it gets done, so you can specifically focus on one person's art, but you can't fully replicate it, and you can get better at replicating it. But because an artist's style changes over time, like you can kind of outmaneuver it, but that doesn't change the fact that you're already trying to copy their art. You know, you're kind of like my personal take, right? Is that it shouldn't be done to you for that purpose. Like AI art has good purposes in it and bad purposes. Like one of the good purposes is to give you a structure and idea of what to draw or what to create or what to do, right? I don't you can use tons of information and imagery to create things, but you shouldn't use that to make your art, right? So you shouldn't use that as your final product or starting product. It should be just like this is a like a stepping stone. So like in graphic design, it's used a lot like, okay, hey, what do you want to look for? What kind of ID, look do you want for your logo? And then we get an idea and then we kind of like spitball it, and then that's not going to be the idea, but we kind of like get a grasp of where we're going, and then you hand draw an official one using the ideas that you're pulling away from the from the system, from the art that creates from these ideas, right? And then from there, then you just refine it in different programs like Photoshop, Illustrator, and so on and so on. But you don't use the AI art. The AI art is just like a guidepost, not to replace what you do, but to guide you where to go. But like the people that are using it to copy other people's work, like I've seen it go, they've been copying animes and artists and stuff like that. And I'm like, why? Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, just draw it yourself.
15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, and then it gets the opposite effect where like you can't tell if an artist is doing it for real or not. But is that for us to say? Like, should we be calling out people if they're using AI art? Like, let's say you don't know, right? You have no idea. And you see the art. And let's say it looks really good and there's no like noticeable flaws. Should we bully this person out of existence if we assume it's AI art?
In my personal opinion, no. That's
what's happening right now. And
yeah,
that's happening. And it's a person that like and it's not just one person, it's multiple. I'm kind of noting one person. I don't want to really sit there and put any more drama to that, right? But it's been happening more prevalent, like every day, right? And like, what is it our job to sit here and proof? It's kind of like the copy and pasting of other people's written works,
plagiarism.
Yeah, so we can figure that out by just putting that in an engine and seeing if it's been done before, right? And seeing somebody copying somebody else's work and be like, oh, you're just. But it's getting harder and harder to figure out artwork. Like you can't tell.
It's gotten to a point where literally everything anyone sees, they always just assume it's AI, even when it's not. Like there's people who have done like really, like you said, really good drawings or an animation that looks a little too odd to them. They're like, oh, that's AI. You didn't do that.
Yeah, and
then they get like a whole bandwagon.
Yeah, and then it becomes cancel culture, and then the artist has to sit there and like prove their work, and you got to give in to all the bullies and be like, oh well, now I got to prove myself because nobody believes me, even though if you were truthful and honest, right? Even if like you weren't doing anything. So
yeah, there's people they've like shown. I've seen it before with what you're talking about. People have been like, "Oh, then show us a time lapse," and then they show the time lapse. They're like, "Oh, but they can just do AI stuff like that too." And there's AI time lapses that can be made. They just are bullying to bully because they don't believe it or they're jealous as well. That can also be a caveat.
So I'm gonna refer off the chat a little bit. Smokey's like one of the biggest artists that kind of I know that that chimes in. It's like incorrect, and I think it was before statement because of AI that focuses on a specific person and because of how people use it, it's improving, getting very hard to tell from actual art. Yeah, that's a thing. It's getting harder and harder as it goes along, right? Like in the beginning, you could tell. Yeah, there was missing fingers. missing ears, hair bleeding into other things, you could tell. Now you can't tell.
Just like abnormal.
But they can't copy your current style. Like, your style changes as you evolve, right? And it can't keep up with that. That's like the only way that you stay an edge on it. But that's really difficult because humans evolve slower than the AI is trying to copy you. You know? So
only taken it like a year to get where it is now already.
Dude, it's already at a point now that literally I could copy anything. Like, you know what's scary?
Mm-hmm.
And here where it gets scary, and I've talked to E-Man about this recently. YouTube has enabled a feature where you have what's called inspiration. And inspiration is a tab in YouTube Studio where it gives you ideas about what to make as content, right? Which is cool. The AI is trying to give you some help on different video ideas, but it also makes thumbnails. And when it made these thumbnails, they would make, like, because my content really primarily on my channel is like Splatoon side order, it's making Splatoon artwork and actually copying and creating Inklings and Octolings and all these scenes that obviously don't exist and obviously don't look quite right, but it's damn good art considering for an AI bot, right? So pull it all together. And when I talked to him before, I was like, I never really thought about using it. I was just like, hey, what if I did? And he's like, well, the whole Splatoon community hates that. Which
they do.
Yeah, and I'm well aware of that too. The whole Splatoon community really hates AI art. I'm pretty well aware. But it was kind of just funny for a minute. I'm sitting there and I tested this thing. It gets more intense than that. It does more. It does anime. It does games, and it knows what it's doing. It does a really good job of mimicking something. So
mimic.
So when it comes to that, you know, it gets kind of scary. Like, even YouTube is pushing the AI trend, right? And as much as I, you know, like it's nice to have something where it makes a thumbnail for me. It's kind of like, why? Like, can't you just make me a simple background that I can manipulate with instead of like copying and pasting art styles? Like, if we're talking about like a background, right? It's just scenery. No one cares, right? Here's the funny thing about AI art. If it's just scenery, if it's just looking out into expanse, if it's just looking out into space, nobody gives a shit if it's real or fake. But the moment that it's some artist's work, everybody gives a shit. Why does that change? Why is that important? Well, yes, I understand that it's just the user's art, but it should be abhorrent either way, right? Like, you're copying reality as much as you're copying art. And even art is a reality, right? Like, the artistic styles of a person are reality. You're taking away. Now, I love the fact that you can make it whatever reality you want, but wouldn't that also be considered just as bad?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't think anything should ever be artificial. But that I wanted to add on to the topic of not just AI art, but also things that people use in general with AI, like how they do like AI voiceovers for like memes and other things. Like, is it fine if they're doing AI related stuff if it's for a bit or for a joke, or is that also going too far?
Yeah, no, you're starting to go down the rabbit hole of what we're talking about. So AI art goes real deep. It's not just AI art, it's AI text, it's AI voice, it's AI person. See, me as like a content creator, it makes me nervous because they can copy me. They can just sit there and get all my live streams and get all my voice, copy it, make up my voice, copy my VTuber, and they can make a channel of me. You get what I'm saying?
Anyone.
Yeah,
literally anyone.
Have anyone. They were doing this before. They did this recently with AI voice and AI personality with, like, the funniest one that I was notable was the US presidents that I noted. That they were doing Trump, Biden, and Obama all talking to each other like a group, and they're all talking trash to each other. and
Yeah.
and it was on TikTok. It was the biggest thing, and then that changed into AI talk, where the AI would suppose what is being said and what is being written, but you would notice that there's grammatical errors, spelling errors, word errors. Like there was obvious word errors, like that doesn't make any sense as in the sentence that you just put it in, even though I know what you meant, because humans can kind of figure that out, right? But it's like, what? And you could tell, oh, okay, I get it. This is an AI voiceover. And so, like, how far are we willing to allow this, right? Like, if we're gonna be, if that's abhorrent, everything's abhorrent, right? It's you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's the scary thing.
I've seen a case like there was drama going around with a voice actor getting upset with someone doing a voiceover, like a fan doing voice acting of their character, and they like went into their DMs, the voice actor themselves, and said, "You need to take this down. AI voice covering is not okay," and something like, "I just did my voice. This isn't an AI
Yeah, I
thing."
saw something
Which,
like that with somebody that was doing Goku's voice.
yeah,
This
that's what I'm
they were doing
referencing to.
anime character, dude. They're doing. I went through. Okay, so I got back on TikTok just to kind of see how, because when this topic came up, I was like, okay, how deep does this rabbit hole really go? And I noticed every AI character. They're doing this on every type of website. They're doing this on every type of dating type of website. They're doing this on you know how they have those chat bots now for like for your fantasies and stuff like that. That started happening, and they started doing AI voicing with those characters' voices.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've seen lives on TikTok where they do like a voice call with a SpongeBob AI bot versus
yeah,
like Cartman from South Park, and they just conversation cussing each
dude,
other out.
yeah, no,
And shit.
and a whole thing, and they just put some personality rules and stuff like that into it, and there you go, right? It's kind of it's deep and crazy.
But that's the point I was trying to get to, where it's getting to a point where it's too convincing for people that it can be harmful to like small voice actors and even big voice actors, where they can think it's
well,
not
like
why
do we need voice actors? We can just deep fake
exactly.
You know, it's like that. Like you're saying, okay, Smokey, you're like, I think an AI in general shouldn't exist because it could generally be harmful. There's already cases of AI voices deepfakes running and ruining an innocent person's reputation. Yes, not just one. I have counted 12 now. Because I've been looking through the whole Twitch VTuber community. I've been looking through different other creators. I've been looking through TikTok. I've been looking through Reddit, and I found 12.
And it's just
Where they destroyed them. And they went and it went as far as they made deepfakes to all the way up to, you know, nudity.
Oh God.
So, yeah. Now, me, I don't give a fuck. and I know we don't cuss too much here because we know I gotta bleep it, but but
yeah, that's why I'm using a filter. It slipped.
Yeah, no, but I haven't. I'm trying to hold that back. Just a heads up.
Yeah,
but
I'm trying to hold it back too.
Because it's for the podcast, I have to edit it.
Yeah, man.
So, but to get into that, right? I don't personally care. If you want to, you know, make some deep fake about me, all I gotta do is like on my personal channel say it ain't me. Now here's the problem with that. Do they believe it, right? And that's where like deepfakes get that problem. If you have a shady character, who's gonna believe you? If nobody knows you, who's gonna believe you? Right? And it gets even scarier when it's like the local artist. And that's why I like when a lot of people are like, I'm afraid to show my face. Yeah, I get it. you know, do you wonder why like VTubers change their look so often? It's not just for like the fun of it. Like some of it is like, oh, okay, I want new things, I want a new look, I want to look more cool, more pretty, more sexy, more whatever, right? I want to get like a new style. It's also so people that copied it don't don't have an edge. And at least for like a few months until they can recopy it again, right? they have the edge, right? So
Yeah.
it's just a
Yep.
trip. How far this rabbit hole actually goes. But like, should AI art be banned completely? Like me personally, no.
I don't think it should be
I
banned
think-
completely.
It should be
it
should be refined.
Yeah,
I think it
that.
should be used not as a like a shortcut, but as like something to assist you.
Yeah,
Is how I see it.
I know. As part of that, like, it should be used only as what it was originally meant to be. Like, I used AI to help me come up with names, to come up with names for things and channels and and even this podcast. Like, that helped me make a name. You know what I mean? But I don't like use all of it. I don't like copy and paste like everything and just steal from people and all that kind of stuff, right? I kind of like search and dive and search and dive and search and dive until the point where like I know what I'm pulling from is something unique and different and hasn't been. I'm not gonna just take the name and go, oh well, that's the answer. All right, you know what I mean? I'll even research it and be like, okay, nobody has this name, taking it from anybody, not hurting another channel or creator or other thing, right? Like I went that
I
far,
was there while this was happening.
right? Because
Right.
because that's important to me.
Human, wake up.
Just
Wake up.
But you know, and I use AI art to help me. Like it gives me ideas on what to draw. Like I don't use it to draw. I use it to help me figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, hey, what here I have these ideas in mind. Can make something out of it, and then I'll be like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea, and then I kind of make a whole new drawing based on that. You know what I mean?
it should never be used as your final project, basically.
Exactly. Like it shouldn't. Well, also it shouldn't be used as your sketch point. So, like,
Yeah, true.
like, let's say how because sketches start with just a line drawing, right? Should you be taking the line drawing from an AI art? No.
No.
It should just guide you, right? Now, if you wanted to take a line drawing to guide you, like you could use one of those like templates, right? That they have out there that allow you to help you draw bodies and hands and stuff like that, and help you learn. Fine, you could. I guess you could make 100 billion templates with the AI machine, right? Like, hey, can you make me a shit ton of templates so I can learn how to draw in different ways? Cool. That's a good way to use it. You know what I mean? Like, help me learn how to do things, but not use it as a crutch, but use it as an enhancement. You know what I mean? Not to replace your style, but to enhance your style. Then I can understand. Then I'm more appreciative. But like all this like cancel culture too is also very negative. Like I don't get it. Like I'm on Twitter and I see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of artists. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people commissioning, both on Bluesky and Twitter, right? Or X, whatever. But I don't sit there and go, well, that's AI art. Screw you. I just move on. Like I was like, well,
Like, oh, cool art. Like,
it's
anyway,
like
bye.
that looks good. It's kind of AI looking, and then I just move on. Like if it looks like AI to me, I just don't like it. I just it's kind of like if you don't like something, change the channel. You know what I mean? Or hide the person, right? It's like, hey, if you think that artist, right? If you personally think that artist is doing AI art, block them.
Exactly.
Hide them from your timeline. Why are you going in there and and trying to bring them down and hurt them? Like I don't get it. Like and what if you're wrong, right? And most of the recent examples I've seen people have been wrong. They destroy somebody's love and passion for art just because and then even though it was found out that they're wrong, they're still like, well, they shouldn't be drawing like that.
People are stubborn.
I'm like, what?
Why are you telling people how to draw things?
That's their own style.
No, even if it wasn't their own style, even if it was the IRL, like what's your like, AI
I
art.
don't like this thing, so I'm gonna complain about it until I get my way.
Exactly. It's like, oh, I'm the most important one in the room, not everybody. Yeah. The world.
I'm the right
The
person.
world.
Everyone else is
The world
wrong.
revolves around me. Kind of mentality. You know?
Woe is me.
AI art should be used in a way to help artists get a vision of something they want to draw, or get an idea or reference of something that's my opinion of it. There's art competitions at my school that prevent the use of AI art only if it's used in another way other than inspiration. It can also be used like to help you draw points. You know what I mean? Like I said, give you a template to learn how to draw something, but not to replace you drawing it. I would also accept that in art competition. Like, hey, I need to draw a hand like this way. How do I do that? Like, what do I look for? And then it gives you like a template that kind of helps you learn how to draw that way. That's cool. I can see that. That it's almost pushing the line a little bit, but at least that I understand the point, right? Like, I use reference photos a lot, and there's something I generally hate is the fact there's so much AI photos overtaking the. Yeah, well, you can also like teach AI to just make templates, right? You could use AI and just be like, "Hey, make me a crap ton of." You
Yeah,
know?
man, I hate looking for I'll say pictures, and there's just so much AI versions of these things, man.
Oh no,
It's
no.
not fair.
And the funny thing is that it's nothing new. Also, by the way, people have been like
Hmm.
copying other people's stuff for ages.
Yeah.
Like it's almost more like, what if somebody is so good at art, right? Like, let's go back in time before AI, when somebody was so good at art that they could completely mimic someone else's art style,
Mimic.
right?
Hmm.
What would you tell them? Oh, why are you copying my stuff? You know, no, we would be like, it's fan art, right? It's funny, like now a computer does it and everybody's like, what?
Why would you
not
do this
it's
thing?
like
I wanted to do it first.
yeah, I just find it funny that the times have changed. Because I'm watching it. I'm watching it live, right? In my life, I've been there before any of this existed. So like I got to experience where computers couldn't do any, not even they couldn't fake anything. Now you can fake videotape. That's why like everybody's like all the the cop footage from their cams are on them. They're like, oh, that's fake. I'm like, the guy that can, and it's hard to tamper.
Nah, it's fake.
It's hard to tamper it because the cop themselves are not allowed to download it. When they dock it, it just downloads to a. It actually downloads to it. It doesn't. Nobody can stop it, and it gets file logged whenever they put in their report. I'm
Jeez.
like it's so secure. That's so, you know what I mean. So it's like nobody believes anything anymore. I love that. Is nobody believes anything they see anymore. Like, which is great because that's how it's supposed to have been when we're watching the news. The news, all these news,
The new
all these
news.
news were fake news. A lot of fake news, right? There's some real, but lots of fake. And it goes in now. We're getting into the AI realm, and it's like more fake, and everything's fake, and you can fake things on top of faking things. You can make things look so real that people be like, "Yep, that happened."
Genius.
But what else does anybody think about that? Like, what do you think we should do? If like personally,
I like with
What
AI art in general.
mm-hmm. If you had control over
I
like what you could do with all this stuff,
That's
what
a
would
hard
you do?
question.
Yeah, like if you had the
I
ability
don't
to
want
push
to.
a button and do whatever you wanted, what would you do?
I don't want to say fully delete it entirely, but I don't know.
Like,
I wouldn't do what Elon's doing and make Grok, which takes the fucking art and everything else that it just completely plagiarizes. But I
What
wouldn't want it to be rampant.
what if we did this? If we made a algorithm and a system automatically upload any, it'll tell you what it.
Hmm.
Like it'll auto search it through Google. It'll auto search it through iBots and see if it's or just or it's a normal drawing or a photo. It'll label it for you.
What
So,
Master just said. He said label it.
Well, yeah, you label it, but who's to say you're lying? But if we build an algorithm that's its sole job is not to lie and tell us what it is, just like a police forensics.
Mm-hmm.
So now nobody can say shit. Like, oh, I put it on there and it says that's real. You know what I mean? So that's like the only solution I can think of because there's no way to stop it. It's just not gonna end.
No, that's not stopping.
Like I couldn't stop it.
There's
if I
no
wanted to.
possible way to stop it. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's like
it's just gonna keep going.
What would we do to stop this? Like, no, it's this technology.
What would we do to neutralize
this is
it?
technology. We move forward or we burn. You know what I mean? That's all it is to it. Like,
go with the motion.
Like, that's why everybody's like, electric cars. Oh, the electric cars are bad. Sorry, you got electric cars. Deal with it.
Oh, how are electric cars exactly bad? I never understood.
Well, okay, that's all. Oh, let's go into that topic. All right.
No, we have a list of things we need to.
No. We can add another topic. We got time. Look.
Oh God.
But I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it quick and simple. Why? Here's the good and bad of it. Right. Good is we don't use fossil fuels. We don't create exhaust and
destroying the atmosphere.
Yeah, no,
so we're not destroying the atmosphere. That's a lie. So moving on. We create what we do is create greenhouse gases. It does not destroy the atmosphere. It just makes it hotter, and then the Earth regulates it, colder, and after a few years, nobody cares. So that's why you have like these weird like cycles. But nonetheless, so it saves on fossil fuels. We don't use that as much. We don't hurt as many things. We don't have as many waste like petroleum and stuff like that. It kind of cuts down. We use it more for other things like plastics and stuff like that, which in turn that's harmful. So nonetheless, it's harmful and non-harmful either way there. Okay. Then you got the realm of lithium. To mine lithium is one of the most harmful things to the planet there is that exists right now. Literally, they mine it by hand. It kills people. They have slave labor to mine it for like 60% of lithium market, maybe more. And on top of all that, you know, it's just terrible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, then you have the cobalt, which again, same thing. It's terrible. It's horrific. It's the worst thing since ever. Just to dig that stuff up. And then on top of that, you have all the other plastics and stuff that we still need to use petroleum and oil for to create the plastic of your car. But guess what? It's better because I don't use gas now, but I hurt the world later. Now,
so
do
like a band-aid?
Do I hurt the environment? No, I just kill humans. That's it.
Hey, even better.
Is that better? No, but
no, it's
better. It's just like everything is just even. So when everybody's like, "Is it better?" No, it's about the same. It just
kill humans instead of animals.
It just hurts us in a different way, in a different path. That's all it is. That's what lithium batteries and electric cars. Like, well, we're running out of cop.
Like when they introduced vapes and say they're better than cigarettes.
Oh yeah,
basically it's harmless.
Oh yeah, it's so much better. Yeah. Now they can put more chemicals in.
Same concept.
They put more chemicals in it so you can smoke it into your lungs that gives you cancer.
I'm tired of them. You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of them putting chemicals in the water that turn the frogs gay. Like, that's what I'm tired of. That's what I'm tired of.
That's what we should be talking about.
No. We shouldn't be talking about. Dude, they've been putting chemicals in the water since literally the early 1900s.
They turned the freaking frogs gay. Do you understand that, Soul?
No,
they turned the freaking frogs.
The frogs aren't gay. They just switch sexes. Live with it.
They're trans.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen Jurassic Park?
Dude, do you understand what the frogs? If there's no males, some of the females will turn male, so they actually can make more frogs.
No, it's like hyenas.
The frogs turn gay.
No, they just they literally transition themselves.
So they become trans.
Frogs were always gay, bro. That's what
I know.
That's
My
what Kim
brother
says.
Called me a little green frog as a baby.
Kim's like, Kim, you're correct. They were always lesbians and they were always gay, and every frog is trans.
Oh God! No wonder I love frogs.
Frogs are based.
They are so epic.
We're not
Look at
Look,
Minecraft.
I'm sorry to tell you, but there's still the rules still apply that there's male and female, and when the frog switches, that's it.
No.
So sorry to tell you.
They can't freely transition. This is so not based.
So any other thoughts on the AI thing?
I mean,
I said
can
what I
really
wanted
think
to.
of.
I said what I wanted to.
All right, so Nintendo is ending gold points, gold coins. So we're not going to be able to get discounts on our games.
I mean, I feel like that's just because
as of
the Switch
March
2 is coming out
24th.
soon.
You right?
I think it's greed personally.
And then
it could be that too.
And then on top of ending the gold point program, they're ending game vouchers as of the new console release.
It's because there's gonna be Switch 2 exclusive games. It's already confirmed that there are Switch 2 games.
Oh yeah, obviously.
So the whole point I kind of get with this is game vouchers, they cost $100, right?
Yeah.
So the whole point was games like used to cost like $50 a pop, like $59.99 at max. So you could buy one game, buy one smaller game with your game voucher, $100. You get a bit of a discount because it's kind of like what the game voucher did was not allow you to, like, it doesn't max keep it, right? So let's say you had $100 voucher, right? You bought a $100 voucher, but it's not $100. It vouches 2 games, period. So if both the games are $100, guess what? You got both games. So it's great for like gifting. Like that was the whole point. But now with the Nintendo Switch 2, games are going to probably cost $69.99, upwards to $100. And the whole gaming market is like, we need to make the games more expensive because people, and they don't
love inflation.
They don't want to lose money out the gate, right? Like, oh yeah, you can buy a voucher and get 2 games like for like $40 off the wholesale price of one of our games. So we're losing money.
Somehow.
If games are more expensive, I kind of get that, but it doesn't really make sense to me because a lot of this stuff is done mostly internally now, and you don't need to make cartridges. You can just make online games. Like, you don't even have to distribute anymore. I download it and buy it. So where's all the
only answer I have for that is internet services are still kind of butt in a lot of areas.
No. Okay,
Really?
Look. They've had the same internet services that they've had since the Wii. The same servers. They have not updated. They just bought a few more, but they have not updated their equipment. Okay, 2. The prices of what I'm paying for right now for a family pack, E-Man knows. Part of it. All right.
E-Man? Your soldier sugar daddy? What?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so
what?
So
paying for your Switch Online and yet you won't hang out with him? I'm so disappointed.
What?
But the family pack is so expensive that I don't understand like how it's not paying for it, right? And I'm accepting of it because I'm a streamer, I'm a content creator, whatever, right? But if it were to go up again, I'd probably be like, no. But on top of that, like, these prices are exorbitant, right? I'm only getting online services for my games, and what? The Game Boy, the Sega, the Sega Game Gear, and what else? Sega Saturn, and NES games, Super NES games, and N64 games, and not even all of them. Only what they feel like releasing that week. So, and I have that limited package, right? That's all I get. Plus their online service and memberships, and the fact I get a fancy little avatar icon because I'm doing all their stuff and all good stuff. I'm paying. So where's that money going? Where's that money going? Right?
Their pockets.
Exactly. I know where it's going. So it's kind of like recently, like they had, and not to get too political, but they're, the government's kind of having a full sweep, or people are getting fired left and right because the government just has all these things that why are you hired here for if you're not doing anything? And they just wipe them out, and then you bring people back and you realize Dude, I don't need 20 of you to run a 3-man job. And that's kind of how it's going on in Nintendo. I'm looking at Nintendo, it's like, where's all the money going? There's hell not going to the console.
Not going to the servers.
It's like the servers haven't gotten any massive upgrades. Who's getting the pocket? You know what I mean?
Mario.
Oh, your quarterly review. You made more money this year. Yeah, I sure as hell don't see that. You know what I mean? Great, you made more money as a company. That's awesome. What are you upgrading? Are you gonna like upgrade the whole package? Are you gonna give us something cool because y'all made a bonus this year?
Are y'all gonna fix controller stick drift?
Like, no, they fixed it.
Well, they did fix it.
They did fix it. They made a whole new thing. They made whole new joysticks.
Yeah, I know.
Which
in general.
No, but they couldn't do anything about that for Switch. But why did you wait?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know, that's why.
Just fix it.
But
They
here
did a thing
now,
where it's like if your Joy-Con had drift, you could technically send it into Nintendo, and they'd give you new Joy-Con.
how long did it take to get there and get back?
I don't know because I never did it.
Exactly.
A month, probably.
No,
Probably a
longer.
long time.
6 weeks. 6 weeks. I would know. I sent one.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Man.
Took 6 weeks. I'm like, dude, I can fix it myself in like a minute. Like I sent where did I send it? To Japan's like butthole? Like where did my controller go? Like 6 weeks?
Let's say you
Like,
didn't get that controller back. It's probably just a different controller.
No, yeah, it's probably a different controller. And I did check.
Pretty sure
It's
there's a
not.
new one. Oh, it's not? Same
No,
one?
they replaced the component.
Oh.
Same component too, so it would break just as much. So I had to like enhance the component. So I had to separate the component, unsolder it, put in a spacer, resolder it, put it back in. Oh, now I don't get drift anymore because I'm smarter than you. Stupid.
Or are they actually smarter in the sense that they make the stuff drift so they can make people buy more controllers to give them more money?
That's obvious the point.
Yes.
Well, but it's the same thing with a Pro controller. That's why I have 3 of them. You know, thank you for gifting a membership. Praise.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gosh darn it.
I don't know if it's going to populate
Hey, man,
any.
gift
I don't know
on.
what alarm's going to populate from that. I have not even set alarms yet. But thank you to Bucket and Bryce for gifting 1 membership. Yeah. Okay.
Who is that guy?
The
Don't have a
guy's.
clue.
The
It's
guy's.
like it, or-
Sounds
And-
familiar, but I don't know who he is.
Oh my god.
I don't know who that guy is, man.
And thank
Sounds
you,
like a loser.
E-Man, the guest. Why is the guest donate?
What?
But Light Gazer, you are now a member.
Poor
Viran,
Smokey.
you are now a member.
What's wrong with Smokey?
Light Gazer,
He's not getting the.
oh my god. And Bryce decides to drop a 5. A 5. Oh my god. All right. Well, Anson's got it again. Some people I don't even recognize the name. Hector, I haven't seen him in a while.
Who are you?
Pretzel, I know. Jen, I don't know.
Who are you
Hashi,
people?
I don't know. But a lot of people are like probably lurking and stuff like that, which is cool. I don't mind the lurking people getting some benefit out of it. They had to at least chat
Better talk
once.
Patty, man.
They have to be available. I don't think they have to chat anymore. They just have to have it available. But yeah, who are these people? Poor Smokey. Dog.
Dog.
Well, I agree, Smokey.
I agree. He's like, oh shit, you do,
Oh
dog.
God.
Bro!
Dog.
Nah, that's just a message.
That's just my member Miles.
Yeah, he's been here. He's been a member for 7 months. Recording.
Yay.
Oh my god.
I just scrolled up. Master said E-Man had a sugar daddy. What skills he been learning?
So
Tell us, E-Man.
So
Tell
now-
us.
here's get back to it. The thing the thing without the gold points is now we can't get discounts. You know that?
Yeah.
Like also, by the way, anybody
Will they just never have like a gold point system for Switch 2?
I don't know what
That's
we're
like-
gonna
that's
get.
like
I think it's just gonna be sales. So
What if it's
Maybe.
just diamond?
because before, okay, here's what the gold point system did. When you bought games, you would get a certain amount of gold coins or points, depending on the price of the game. The higher the price, the more points you get. You can also get gold points from when you buy a game physically from whatever store you bought, and you open up the package, and sometimes inside the case will be a little slip where you enter a code and they give you more gold coins. So on top of that, and then also you have like special achievements that you can do. There's other things that you can kind of get in other ways, but most of the point is that you can get it in these kind of ways, right? Now, whatever points you have left, you better spend them, because as of March 24th, your points are getting deleted. So if you had $100 in points, they don't roll over after a year, right? They last 1 year from the latest purchase, right?
Yeah, I think
So let's say you
It's
got
okay.
1,000 points right now. You can get like $10 off or $100 off something. As of March 21st, they're gone. It's over. They're deleting it. So you better spend it now, because it's not going to work towards the Switch 2. All right, so like I'm just giving you a heads up. They're ending that program completely. So like even for me, I think I got a few dollars I can get off on a game. I'm just gonna knock on a DLC and knock it out. You know what I mean? But just a heads up to people. But I feel sad about it. Like, what's the point? Like, are we not using the same eShop anymore? Is that what we're doing? Like, we can't.
Maybe updated eShop. I don't know.
But we're still got the regular platinum coins.
You really, yeah, that's true. We
And
really won't
they're
know
not
until, like,
and they're not ending the online program unless they're making a new online program that I'm gonna have to change into.
maybe.
That's gonna annoy me.
Oh, I'm Master Sugar Daddy now.
What?
I think I still
gave him a 2-week
you
Nitro
invite-
trial.
Dude, I could actually adopt people. I have like, how many slots are in the family pack, man? You know?
I think it's like 8, isn't it?
Yeah, I could have 8 people
can
as my
adopt
like.
people. We need to clip that. No context. I can
You're gonna
adopt people
adopt-
now. I can adopt people.
I can
now.
adopt the children into the Nintendo Online program.
Adopt Smokey right now and throw her out the window.
But nonetheless, I forget like how big that package is, and the only reason
Soul
I
adopt me, yes, yes.
Soul adopt me, yes, yes. Why?
So you can save money.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. You're gonna get
Yeah,
me.
wait, yeah, actually put her on it. So
You
she'll
get
get
you
paid
gonna
back.
you gonna
Sorry
get
for
me a
complaining.
gift then?
Make him a big ass drawing of the Nintendo logo.
No. I have a hate-love relationship with Nintendo as is. Don't draw anything up from Nintendo for me.
Make a Mega Man drawing.
She's already working hard. But
Is she working hard, hardly working, or hard while working?
I don't know.
All of the
I
above.
think it's
APG.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
APG.
I know. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything explicit.
All right. So what do y'all think about like them ending all these?
It is bullcrap, and they shouldn't be doing this, and it's greedy.
Unless they make new ones for the Switch 2, it's stupid.
Like I don't know what their game plan is. Also, by the way, not we get into a little rumor talk here. So they've been like kind of like hint dropping April of the direct, right, for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the April 2nd.
Right. It's getting very, very obvious that the release date of the console is in June.
That sounds about right. Yeah, like.
And that's what I based it on the last discussion I had on another, I think last night's stream. I was like, it doesn't make any sense it'll be a month or 3 months. So April, May, June. So there is no hard release. There's one release. That makes sense. Final game. So I have a very I'm gonna quote this right now on this podcast that I wholeheartedly think that the release is gonna be for the Switch 2.
I believe that too.
I think it's full.
Yeah, like it's gonna be a hardcore release. Now, what else comes with it? I don't know. I'm expecting
Mario Kart.
I'm expecting Mario Kart.
Isn't that new Metroid game coming out?
Yeah, Metroid 4. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4.
And I know Pokemon GA as well.
I think they're also gonna announce a new Mario game, like
no,
a proper
no,
3D Mario game.
not yet.
Like a new Odyssey
Not
game.
yet.
almost.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. The Mario team is not done yet. They've already kind of slipped a bit. Like there might be a
they're
trailer.
Not developing.
They might put out a trailer, but I don't expect it to like late this year.
Yeah, that's what
like,
I mean. I'm expecting
like
it
Christmas,
announced, but it's
Christmas
not
January, Christmas January.
Mario Odyssey came out 8 years ago.
Yeah, Christmas January. Like, well, no, we already had a mainline Mario game. It was Wonder. So yeah, so
but 3D one, I mean.
Yeah, no, it was 2.5D. That's the same. It's the same team. That's how you know That's how you know their cycles. It's the same team. That's not a different team that's doing that. They do all of it. It's not like Zelda where they have a 2-team system, or Pokemon where they have a 2-team system, because there's one team devved out to doing the remakes and one team devved out to do the full games. No, in Mario is one team. That's it. That's how he runs his ship. So,
and also, the Mario team's too busy working on Mario Movie 2, aka Peak Fiction, so they can't drop it yet.
What do you mean? The dev team doesn't work on that. That's
the dev team works on
no,
movies.
they do. Trust, they do.
No, the writers do, but not them. Devs don't work on it. The writers.
They work on the plot.
They just write the plot.
Exactly.
I want to be. I would love to be a game producer or a game writer. Sega, call me. But
how was the Mario game end? Oh, it beats Bowser.
But yeah,
exactly. no, a Mario game ends. You wanna know what it is? This princess is in another castle. Boom! I just won. Hire me, Nintendo.
Sorry, Mario.
Yeah, that's
the princess
smart.
is in another castle.
The princess. I would. You know what would be really cool? If that's how they delivered it. If they did it during the direct, right? And they just come up and they like show off a little bit of footage and they just kind of pay homage to the first Princess is another, and then just kind of like slide into, like demoing out the game, just a hint, just a taste of it, right? And then just put a date. That's how you should sell your games. But nonetheless, let's see. This topic is going to take a little bit of discussion. So recently, pretty much a dev producer. He's a lead for BioWare. His name is Mark Dara. Mark Dara. Yeah, and he has a video that's called your $70 doesn't buy you cruelty. And on that video, he speaks as a developer and producer and all that such, like how mean gamers have been to developers, pretty much blaming people, sending threats, cancel culture, the whole 9 yards, right? So he made a whole video saying you have your right to your opinion, but you shouldn't be doing that anymore. Shouldn't be doing that, and shame on you for doing that. And the social media on that reply back, and if you don't know who BioWare is, they did Dragon Age. And he was on that team that did Dragon Age too. But everybody's like dogging on him. Everybody's just like, oh, you're just a little softy, and you're without saying the word that I'm actually supposed to say. But
is it a B or a P?
It's a P.
So it's a cat.
Yeah, no, but telling him that he's out of his lane to be talking like that to gamers, stuff like that, and he doesn't have the right to say anything for, because he's a developer or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that has been the major backlash back and forth between him and most of the communities, saying, we could say whatever the hell we want to whoever the hell we want, kind of, should it be allowed to attack anybody and everybody any way you want, What is your thoughts on this? Because I don't know if you want to like real quickly just go look at the video, but yeah. E-Man
still going first, or is it anyone?
Dude, E-Man doesn't talk. He needs to talk more.
Yeah, go first.
Come on,
man.
come on, man.
Well, I talked more on the Nintendo one because that's the one I know the most. This one I haven't heard of until 2 seconds ago.
Okay, no.
I
But
haven't
like,
heard of it
let's
either,
say,
but I already
let's
have a
say,
bunch
let's
of
say you
opinion.
hate. Let's say you got a game, right? And let's say what's your favorite game series? What's your favorite game series?
Splatoon.
Probably Splatoon. Yeah.
Okay, and let's say that they made the crappiest tune ever. It was so bad, and it made you so mad. Would you go on social media and slam everybody, send death threats, tell everybody, go attacking, create hate mobs, raid their servers, and do all these things that, and that's what he's speaking out on. He's saying in general, he's not saying his game, he's just saying in general, because it's been happening a lot, right? Like a game comes out, and there's a game that's kind of recently had that's in this topic list, but like, is that acceptable to be doing that? Is this something where you should tell the developers, like, you're a developer, and if you don't make it good, well, you should expect this?
I don't think that's acceptable, honestly.
Keep in mind, you're saying this, and don't forget, you more than likely, if you're a big fan of this thing, you pre-ordered it months in advance and bought it for full price, which is now $70 or even higher.
Right.
So using all that money.
Yeah, you bought
it.
You bought it for like the full price of the game. You're a super fan. You maybe, like, even for like a COD player, you're a pro at it, right? Because you play pro. So, like, is that acceptable behavior? This is like, should we be like, yeah, well, hey, okay.
Honestly, I don't agree with the behavior now.
You have a right to be upset, but there isn't it to an extent where it becomes way too much.
Yeah, I can let that.
I think the way I see it is not. I don't think you should send death threats. But if a developer is sending something out that is $70 or higher, I should expect an experience that is $70 or higher, not something that would be maybe $40 to $30.
So who do you blame?
Gameplay.
Who do you blame?
I blame the market for making that shit so expensive.
No.
Why?
No, not the price. We're not. Let's say the price was just the price. It is what the price. You were willing to pay that because that's your game you love, right?
Yeah.
So that's a moot point. So let's. Who would you blame for making that crummy game?
The thing that I would blame is whoever's like the lead, like, developer or director. I would blame them for promoting something that's not what was seen to be given.
So why is the developer bad?
Because they're the one that's probably at the forefront of the marketing. They're like, oh, we got all this stuff for you guys, all this content planned.
The developer doesn't have anything to do with, like, the plan. Developer just makes the game. Like, they're the ones ordered by the producer and the writer and the manager. And if they finish or not, that's not their purview. Like, the dev teams don't, it's kind of like let's say let's make it a simple analogy, right? Let's say you're in a grocery store. Do you yell at the person who stocked the shelf for the fact that the fact that the product is bad? Do you yell at the cashier for the fact the product is bad?
No, because they're not the ones that got the stuff.
You yell at the bag.
Not the ones that went and ordered it.
Yeah, do you yell at the bagger because, hey, this thing is spoiled? Oh.
No, because they didn't grab it.
Right? No, you did. But
yeah,
whose fault is it? It starts at the beginning of the pack, right? So you got to keep going up and up and up and find the person who's fault. The game developer is like the cashier. You're yelling at the cashier for what the company's doing. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like you got to kind of go up the ladder and realized like, hey, this game was released early. That wasn't the dev's decision. The dev was sitting there and was like, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. And they said, send it.
Oh,
You
Don't
get
hurt the messenger.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Kind of like they did with some games like Sonic 06.
Oh, Kim said, I went to check how many points I even have, which referring back to the gold points, I stand to lose a whole single $1 in 3 seconds.
Spend it.
Spend it!
Spend that.
Smokey said,
month.
being
Give us your
disappointed and
money.
not liking a game is vastly different than not liking a game and attacking it when it's done. Which is what he said. Which is what that guy said. Mark said. So, it like, who are you blaming? Like, even him, he says in his video, it's like, don't blame the low guy on the rungs, right? The dev had nothing to do with, maybe, okay, if it was all the devs and they made a really crummy game, right? I could say, oh, well, you guys are not very good at your job, but like, really? That's up to the producer, right? The producer's job's like, well, you're not good at your job, you're fired. Right? That was his job to make sure they did what they were supposed to do. Right? And so, like, Mark Darrow was saying, go look at the top guy on the list. Even though it's still kind of mean to kind of like have somebody to blame. But if you're looking for somebody to blame, I guess that would be the person, right? The person who runs the whole shebang. Because he's the one in charge. Because he's executive producer, right? He's the one that runs everybody down below him. If he's not making sure the product is good, right? So like, is it okay to like be sending death threats and all that? Like me, I was like, I'm sitting here going like, as a dev barely starting, and I'm sitting here going, what? Like just because there's some games that I really hate that they made. They made some games that I love, but they made them super bad. Super bad. I don't sit there and go, well, I'm gonna blah 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 you and go find your house and burn your dog and like, and there's people that are just saying very dark stuff to some of these devs. Like really intense stuff. I've seen some of this. It's crazy. Like what is it like? How like why? Is it just because like everybody's like a sycophant and like they're all like simps for that game so bad that they gotta find some way to outlive their rage or what? Like I don't.
I think they just want an excuse to get mad about something.
Why even double down on this poor guy, right? He's just speaking. He's speaking as a dev, right? Saying, "Chill out." And everybody's like, well, that's a bad take. That's a tone deaf take. Now there is some like reverse like thought that they came from this like that. Yeah. What if your workers are all, like all political and all speaking out a lot, right? Does that mean it's okay to still do that? And I was like, I guess in some threshold, if you put yourself out there and you say stupid stuff, then you're going to get stuff hit back at you, right? Like if you're saying things that are racist, things that are sexist, things that are misogynist, things that are, hateful, you're going to get hit, right? On the social media. And that's a lot of other people's points. Like, well, a lot of these devs are doing blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's not where he's getting at.
Yes.
Like, that's not the point of the video. Point of the video is like, an eye for an eye. Like be nice, right? Why not be nice? If you don't like it, go away.
If you have nothing nice to say, please leave.
Yeah, just say nothing at all. What is this? We had this rule. This existed. At least it existed in my life. This whole new generation is just like, if you have nothing nice to say you're gonna kill him.
Literally.
Yeah, like what?
Just say KYS.
Yeah, like what is going on? It like on social media, people feel so emboldened to be like, "Oh, you should go, take your own life, unalive yourself. You should go die. You should go whatever." And saying the worst.
I yelled at my meat.
What?
It's I don't do it as long as they have one character. I give it what? Not even finishing that. It's not okay to threaten, but if you're saying political, yeah, it's way more likely to get a bad response. Which I get that, but that's not the point of his video, and everybody's like crapping on his video because he's tone deaf. Like, how is he tone deaf? I don't get that, right? If he's just saying like, you just stop attacking people. Like, why? If you don't like the game and you don't like where they're going, stop buying their stuff and never talk about them again, right?
Yeah, nobody told you have
like,
to buy it.
You can have an opinion.
Your own choice.
You can have an opinion. Like, we have this podcast to say, hey, their stuff is bad. Don't go buy it. It's a bad game. It's way too much for its money. Bad game. Right? And then that's it. And then let everybody just take your information and go, well, this guy says it's a bad game. I guess, I went to go play it myself. It's a bad game. We'll stop buying stuff from them. It would crush the company, right? If they're doing poorly, then they get no money. Right? Like, that seems to make sense to me. Does it make sense to anybody? Like, bad game make no money. Bad company go away. Like, stop buying their stuff then.
I hate this game. I'm gonna pay $20 for it anyway.
No, I'll refund it or whatever. Like, sometimes you can refund it. Like in Steam, you got 2 hours. Some of them give you 24. Some of them allow if you find out it's bad and you haven't opened it yet, you can send it back. Or you could just wait, see the reviews. If they say it's bad, don't buy it. Stop pre-ordering. You know what I mean? Or you pre-ordered it and let's say everybody says it's bad. Take your pre-order back. Put it towards a different game. Wait. See what the game's all about. Oh, the game's bad. Okay, well, I've saved myself there. Why sit here? It's like right now, okay? Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? Looks like dog trash. It looks horrible. It sounds horrible. It looks like a copy of their worst game. Did I pre-order it? No. I'm gonna wait till it comes out. Watch it crash and burn. And if it does,
play it.
And if it does succeed, then I'll buy it.
Too.
Yeah. Would you want to pay it on day one and the game's gonna be trash?
Well, I'm not gonna pay on it day one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're gonna wait. You want to watch the reviews, watch everybody play it a little.
Otherwise, I would have pre-ordered it.
Yeah, exactly. You do what every rational person is gonna do is wait.
But they've already delayed it twice.
Okay.
3 times.
Well, what's the problem?
3 times now?
What's the problem? Do you want a good game?
Well,
yes.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay, then wait.
I think it's going to be good because they've delayed it so much.
No, that doesn't mean it's going to be good, but that just gives you. Hey, dude, Bethesda's done this multiple times too, and I don't go and buy their game right out the bat. What I do is I go, oh, they're backing it up. Something's wrong. Okay, pre-order back. So I pull my pre-order back, and then I wait, and I go, oh no. Oh, the game comes out. Oh, look, it's trash. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about it. That's it. All these people are like, well, no, I'm going to go ahead and spend the money, and if it's trash, I'm just going to tell them to go die. What the hell's wrong with you? Is it just me? Or is it that we see on... Is that am I the only one seeing how stupid this is on social media?
No, it's incredibly stupid. I mean, people just can get away with way more on social media.
I don't get it.
Whatever the hell they want, because they want to.
I've just been too busy yelling at my meat to really care.
Okay, bro.
I don't get. I don't know.
Happy for you, I guess, Grayson.
Oh,
congratulations, Grayson.
Congratulations.
Don't ever say my name again. I'm gonna hug you really tightly. Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, come in here and bring it on then.
Not you, Emma.
Picture Mike.
No.
Gray's a robot.
Well, it's actually 5 for me now. It was a robot earlier.
Yeah, he's not too robot-y.
Not a robot. Never been a robot. Never will be a robot.
Well,
He cuts out as he
Yeah,
says
he cuts
that.
out.
Nah, I would
You
never.
sound like you're on drugs.
We need a new topic. Is Gray a robot?
No.
Yes.
No.
All right. So okay. So before
Yeah,
I go
topic
to
included.
when I go to the next, oh my god. Before I go to the next topic, has anybody seen the game Avowed? And if not, we'll just skip it.
I haven't.
Hold on, I have to get out of YouTube and go see. It went to a live stream. I'm not wanting to see. Stop.
And he's wondering why he's lagging so hard. I assume no. Because if he has to go find it, if he's got to go find it, it's a no.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to get into the server to see what game it is.
Avowed.
Avowed.
Oh no, I've never heard of that.
Okay, cool. Skip it. All right, Sonic Racing Crossworlds content has happened. The whole network test. The network test was reported as doing very well. They had limited stuff on it. So, have you seen any of it?
Yes.
I
They
can go first.
They have
I can
videos.
go
They have
first.
videos out. They've been kind of like showing off like some of the characters, some of the cars, some of the
So
tracks.
I played some of it.
Yeah. What's your take on the new game?
I have
like it.
takes on it. I have a
It's
lot
really
of
good.
opinions.
It's a lot better
And I-
than the last one they did, which the last one Grayson had talked about it or when we were waiting for you. Yeah. Which was the team racing one that wasn't as good as like Transformed and stuff, but it's really good. From what I played.
Crossworlds is a step in the right direction for the Sonic Racing franchise because after Transformed, they did Team Racing, which was a lot more bare bones than
Jesus Christ,
Transformed.
what was that?
What?
I'm so confused.
I think he flew out the window. He did a papyrus.
It says Mike went
But
from 0 to or 50 to 100 in 10 seconds.
But it was a lot more bare bones than Transformed, and Crossworlds went back to the Transformed formula, but it's also adding back the hoverboards from the Riders franchise, which is like the fan favorite. The only issue with the beta is that it has beta issues. There's some bugs that make the game completely unplayable.
They said that already. You know,
No.
they're testing the online component now.
Mm-hmm. There is some game-breaking bugs, but they aren't very common. People have only ran into it like once every like 10 or 12 races, so it's not bad. So far, it's been very positive.
It's the same thing when Mario Kart did when they had their beta. They had the same issues. I feel like it's actually did very well, especially for like the design, the graphics. It's pretty strong. Not like the previous racing games that they had were like error with the actual system itself with the map. There was a lot of issues. But it's looking like they learned their lesson. They got the best of the old games, and now that Sega's riding on the high horse, that they're trying to stay on the high horse. So that it's good to hear, like, because the reports on the network test were pretty solid. Nobody had full frame drops of lag or anything. That they had more issues when it came to glitches, bugs, stuff like that you would expect in a beta anyway.
Yeah, it's expected in a beta.
Yeah, you're gonna run into stuff. That's why they did limit the amount of like stages and cars. Characters.
There's not even friend. You can't even do friend races in the beta. You can't play.
Well, it's all there, but it's just not ready. And
coming soon. It's locked behind coming soon.
Yeah, well, the whole point of it is that the game's got some time to go, and they're just testing one component, and they're probably just like, okay, this stuff works like 90% of the time. Go ahead and show that. We're just trying to make sure the online component works like it's supposed to, and it allows all the racers to work together and do their thing. And as long as it works like we think it does, and it sounds like a resounding success as far as I've heard.
It was very successful.
Like the three news articles that I've read, and one I think I noted. If not, I didn't note it. Whatever. Like they were like, this game feels better. It feels a little more crisp. It actually runs smooth online. It, other than the issues and glitches that are already prevalent, fine. So it's looking to be a good deal.
And there's going to be like so much more content when the game actually drops.
Obviously,
like,
it's just
more cart customization, bunch of different
like
stuff.
we're looking. Even they said
it's gonna be great.
They made it a point to only show bare bones, and that's the point. If your bare bones works, then when you start adding stuff in, you're less prone to have issues because you've already worked out the foundation. So
they didn't even have the most exciting like vehicle that everyone's super amped for. It was the hoverboards. They're not in the beta.
Yeah, no.
So everybody gonna be interested in that.
Yeah, they're gonna wait. They're gonna because the one thing they want you to wait on is make sure it works. So I say it's good.
I'm very, very excited.
E-Man's not a Sega fan.
He's not a Sonic fan. He hasn't even watched the movies, dog.
Oh, I have not.
You have not watched the Sonic movie at all?
Nope.
Why?
First, second, or third.
I've just never gotten around to it.
You watched the Mario movie?
And
yes,
oh,
he
yeah.
Literally took his friends to the theater.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, it's Mario. I'm gonna watch it right now.
Because that interests me.
Yeah, it's what is Sonic. Sonic's cool.
More interest by looking at stuff.
Look at Sonic, the blue
stuff.
The blue.
You don't know.
Look at the blue hedgehog. He cute. He can do cool stuff
Look at the fast blue hedgehog with red shoes.
And blue spiky hog that run fast.
Look at the hodgehog.
Hodgepodge. Pog.
Look at the hodgehog.
And I know that's been around me. It's been interesting seeing it either. So it's like I haven't felt motivated to, but I want to.
Sorry, not Sonic.
I felt the
Okay,
motivated time.
I got one of your friends to literally be interested in it. What you can talk to them about it.
They haven't talked about it to me.
Because you don't talk about it.
Because I don't have interest in it.
You're boring.
Look into it. Oh my god, this dude, man. I don't have interest in this thing, but I also don't look at it at all. I wonder why you don't have interest in it.
Can we kick E-Man from the podcast?
No.
Never invite this guy again.
He's gonna be a returning guest. What do you mean?
Ew, why?
He's a returning co-host. All guests are returning co-hosts.
Boo.
If they wanted to come back.
Boo. Boo. Kick him from the server now.
No.
Aw.
So.
Good job.
Oh my god. Alright, so. This one's really, really a techie thing. It's a very nerd techie thing. So, just recently, within the week, they have made the first quantum processor. It is the first, and Master was the one that kind of like brought my attention to it. They call it Majorana 1, and it's the first CPU. It is a quantum processing unit. And it's supposed to like function. The reason why it's so special is that it's like
they're gonna make time travel out of it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So the reason why it's real techy, but it's real tech nerdy, but it's literally using quantum physics inside the chip with like things that are called qubits, millions of little qubits, allowing that to send data over the chip in a very infinitesimally small space. So like normal CPUs, you know about processors. If you know anything about processors, we've been kind of doing the Intels and the AMDs, and they kind of run up like you have single core, double core, quad core, 8 core, 16 core, whatever, right? That's just how many like sections of a processor we got to do processing, right? Well, this thing is a literal single chip with what's called a topological core, meaning it's a stacked core of different sizes and allowing us to process at different speeds, at different lengths, at different times, in different ways. And it is supposed to like rival everything. Like literally you put this in your computer, there's no processor that can compare to this. It is a supercomputer.
Is it something that you could just add to a computer or a PC that you already have? And stuff
no,
like that?
This is like revolutionary tech. Like if you see the pictures like that they show in the if you look at the thumbnail that's shown on the link that I sent, you can see what the processor looks. It looks completely. And the processor itself has to go on a special build. Like when they build this thing, it's different. It's one of a kind. It's one of a kind. That's like we've just hit an age where we can now process at the quantum level. And it just happened, and that thing's probably worth millions right now. That one chip's probably worth more than the gross domestic product of the United States right now. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this is kind of like a revolutionary moment, right? It just being, if you had the power of this thing in your computer, what would be the first thing you look up?
Minecraft.
I'm gonna laugh.
The least stressful thing
I know,
ever.
I know what everybody's normal answer would be.
What was the normal answer?
No, I know what everybody would reply in like social space when I ask this question. So I just want to know what your all's. What would you, if you had this kind of quantum processing unit, this kind of computer that the graphics card's like the best of the best. This processor could process faster than anything. Like you literally start typing, it's already done.
Okay. I'd want to test its limits.
Oh, there's no limit. Like, see, what do you mean test its limits? Like, see, the only thing we can test limits on for like stuff like this is like how much you can run through it as a algorithm, right? And there's a lot of stuff that you can mathematically run. The biggest thing is like what's called code breaking, right? You could run what would technically take a long time on a regular processor and see what a quantum processor would. Theoretically, this processor, like the best processor on the market, which is not even something we own, it's something by the Department of Defense, it runs on supercomputer capabilities and can crack one of the hardest codes in the world probably in a few hundred hours. This thing can do it in 30 seconds.
Oh.
So there's your idea of what capability is, and that's not the limit. The
thing that I mean by test its limits is like its processing power.
Like, yeah,
I want to
here's the thing.
Something that's very graphically
here's the thing. Like when you own a computer, a lot of people like test their computer and like they'll open up a crap ton of different windows in Chrome, right? But what does that test? Processor and RAM, right? So if you were able to open up a whole bunch of different things, right? How many things would you feel like is enough? Like how many tabs would you have open? And to the point where it's no point because I'm not going to be able to look at any. I've seen people have 100 tabs open and that's their that's their limit. And that's processors today can do that. This thing would make.
I would go like above like.
This thing could
500.
Dude, this thing could run multiple computers.
Damn.
And run all multiple computers on ultra high.
Let's say if it was like 10, how could it still be all good?
It's a quantum processing unit. It makes like our best chip look like a toy.
Jeez.
And they're making this for the public?
No, it's the first one ever made. It's
like a normal chip is just a grain that's into this thing.
Like it's a prototype. It's the first chip of its kind. They just made it. This is revolution. Like think about like we have a lot of technology. We keep making it smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, right? There's a certain point where you can't make anything any smaller because what will eventually happen is the little electron that delivers the message will, instead of going through the door, will fly through the wall. Because it's so small that there's no way to control it anymore. So they found a way to make qubits do this stuff and use quantum physics in a processing unit so they can make it even smaller. And this thing is insane. It is insane compared to what we have. So, and this is the first of its kind. That's why it's so expensive. Probably to make one chip took everything they had. You know what I mean? To make something new, you got to build one, right? And then when you're able to build one, you figure out how to build it again and make it
more efficient and stuff.
Make it efficient to make more of it, and then you learn how to mass produce it. So we're in like the first step. They just made the prototype of something that revolutionized the world maybe in the next like 5 years. This is probably going to the military. But nonetheless, like, can you imagine?
I really can't.
It's
like,
too much to imagine.
It's like think about it like this.
Infinite.
Here's
I can't imagine 100 tabs.
Like here's my thing. Like when you think about technology, it's really hard to kind of envision, right? When let me kind of like make this feel a little bit better, kind of like circumstance of how you would think. Technology goes what's called in a 36-year process cycle. Every 36 years, technology goes through a mass revolution. Every 18 years, it goes through a full sweep. And then half of that is called like a cycle, and then every 4 years is an upgrade. So like every 4 years, the computer that you just bought is obsolete by the next 4 years, right? 8 years, they make better computers to a point where you can handle more. Every 16 years is a total flip in technology where like something big will happen, but it's not everything. And then every 36 years, the world will be upended with a new type of technology. So like the biggest considerable thing about that was like robotic cars, AI. We are now in the 20th year of that in robotics. This is the 20th year. It started around 2006, 2005. You're now in the 20th year of that. In about 15 years, that technology will be perfected. So think about it like that. Compare 2005 to now. In 2007, we got the first iPhone. And look at what iPhone is.
I want to know what's going to happen when they put this stuff on phones.
Oh, well, like think about it like this. The iPhone
You're gonna pick one up and it's gonna explode.
Like you saw the iPhone was
it's gonna turn into a jetpack, and I'm just gonna be able to go anywhere.
The first iPhone was the first iPhone was in 2007. Who owns a iPhone?
I don't.
I own a Motorola.
Okay, so you own an Android. Android.
Me personally, I'm more. I like the Nokia myself.
That's fine. Okay. In 2008, they made the Android. Okay, the first Android device, which was not called. I forget what the name was. It was done by.
Was it a Samsung or a Galaxy?
It was a Motorola. So
the Samsung is a Galaxy, Grayson.
Yeah, and Samsung also did
different name.
Samsung.
Is a Galaxy a Samsung?
So
how much could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Okay, look. So in 2007, we had the first iPhone. Compare that iPhone to today's iPhone.
Obsolete.
Right.
Yeah, obsolete.
All right. Compare today's iPhone to the iPhone 15 years from now.
Obsolete.
Exactly.
It's just going to keep going up.
So that's why I say every 16 years is a full on obsolescence. Like it just we do a full swipe, right? What you looked at when we started is not the same as what you look at in the future, right? You know what's going to happen. You know what it's going to look like, but you think about it. If we went that far from 2007 to today, what would it look like when we go from here to 15 years from now? 16 years from now.
The phones are going to be the size of our head.
No.
Entirely.
Phones they're not getting bigger. They're getting smaller.
I don't think phones are getting that bigger. I mean,
they're getting
slightly,
smaller.
But...
They're getting smaller and they're getting more compact and they're getting more efficient. Okay, here's a scary thing, right? A computer in 2005 typically had 40 to 80 gigabytes of hard drive space on an HDD. An HDD is a regular standard hard drive that had moving parts. It had normally 1 to 4 gigabytes of RAM on a generally regular SODIMM, not a DDR, because DDR is the new stuff. It was a SODIMM. And then we go further, and they had power supplies maybe 200 to 400 watts, and they had graphics cards that, produce what? 126 megabytes of graphics space. We now run typically 1 terabyte of solid state memory that has no moving parts and is probably smaller than your SD. We have typically 32 to 64 gigabytes of RAM on a DDR5, which the equivalent to that in speed is like putting a bicycle to a race car. versus one the other. Then our power supplies have increased from 400 watts to upwards of 1500 watts, depending on what kind of running rig you have. And our current graphics cards, which even though I'm about to talk about in a bit, we just got a few new ones. But a 4070 runs what? 8 gigabytes of virtual memory? These numbers are mega differences. We had 128 megabytes of virtual memory, and now we have 8 gigabytes of virtual memory. We used to have 40 gigabytes of hard drive space, and now we have 1 terabyte of hard drive space. That's normal.
I think mine came with a terabyte.
You get what I'm saying? So you look at that's 16 years. We're that's 20 years ago. That's 20 years ago.
It's even changed in consoles too.
Yeah, no, but consoles,
the amount of gigabyte space.
It's not as apparent in consoles because consoles don't flex like computers do. Their hardware can go up and down, but they stay with the market. Computers flow with what people need. So you can get a really good idea of what people want. So now, if in 20 years we made what was called a 20 times increase of productivity based on the machines from then to now. So we should make another 20 to 25 times productive increase from our machine today to the future in 2045. So in 2045, I expect 20 terabytes to be an SD card.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking like 10 or 20.
Like to just be throwaway memory. It's like, oh, this flash drive, I just put it in my drawer and it's 20 terabytes.
Dang, this app on my phone is
like
5 terabytes.
Do you remember when it used to be really like kind of hard to get like a gigabyte flash drive, like those little sticks, and they were like $30, $40?
Yeah.
Now
we were using all.
You could go to Best Buy. You could go to Best Buy and Target, and you could get a pack of 10 of them right now for like.
You can get like a 456 gigabyte one for $20.
Dude, you could buy a pack of 10 for $6 now, and each one's a gig.
Ugh.
That's how cheap they are now. They're worth less than what they are.
Oh,
dude, they don't even make them
drive inflation.
Like no, you can't even find a 1 gigabyte stick unless like it's in Amazon now. Like, nobody carries. I have a gigabyte stick, like a flash drive, in my drawer. That's how ancient. It's so ancient. I don't even grab it. I have.
No one uses that anymore.
No, nobody wants. It's not big enough.
Everything's like a gigabyte.
Yeah, exactly. A video. Yeah. Just a regular like.
In order to use one, you'd have to go back to like an old system.
Dude, a 2.5 hour live stream that I pulled just recently is 490 megabytes. One stream.
It's half that.
Yeah, it's a movie. I put a movie on half. Now I can carry like 5,000 movies on a stick. Why would I want the 1 gigabyte?
A money spread of USB sticks for just movies.
So like that's why I'm talking about like technology a little bit, because you got to think about it. We just invented something that just gonna like in like 16 years is gonna totally. You're gonna be like, where was this thing? Like, why was that here already? But it was coming.
Well, where have you been all my life?
It's like, yeah, and it's a, think about it. Have you seen like the robotic dogs? Dude, they're sending drones for military purposes and bombing people by shooting drones at tanks. Who would have thought that was gonna happen?
Anything is
in my mind, I was like suspecting it.
No, I didn't think about like, oh, you know what? That'd be really cool if it like dropped bombs and stuff. Here they go, Russia and Ukraine, literally dropping bombs on each other with freaking drones.
But one thing that I have to talk about with technology is everything keeps making improvements. But there's one thing that I think is reaching its point, and I think it's graphical improvements. It can only go so high. Like, for how realistic a game can look. everything's going for like realism now, but it's gotten to a point where it can't look much better.
Oh, no.
Like with the PS5 to PS5 Pro comparison, it was literally a joke because it looked the same. Besides, like, oh, you can see miniature leaves, which is why they should start going for a more like cartoony look because they can improve so much more on that instead of always trying to go for realism.
Nobody cares about realism. But you know what
exactly.
What's the graphical limit of the eye?
Too much.
No, what is it? Like what looks there's actually a graphical limit for the eye. There's you can't bypass it. It's before like things that look real are so real they look fake.
Mm-hmm.
That's 8K. That's why they stopped. You know that, right? When they did 8K, people start freaking out.
Why?
Because it looks so real, it's not real. Like you look at it and it looks like it's physically there. It's almost like
that's
it. Well,
it's like
it's so
a trailer.
It's so crisp that you look like you're looking through a window, and then because of that, it's so surreal. Your brain starts to freak out a little bit. Like it can watch it, it can handle it, but some people it can't.
Is that why? Are you talking about like people that get like seizures and stuff like that?
No, seizures is a different thing. That's caused by
like lights flashing,
color flashing, stuff like that. I'm talking about surrealism. It gets so real that you start to think that is this the Matrix and shit? Like, because it's just hyper real. It's the term where hyper real kicks in. Like it's so real, something's wrong. Like your brain knows something's wrong because you don't see at that level, right? But then when it's presented in front of you, you're just like, what?
Pretty.
It looks great, but it's not real, and your brain is sitting there trying to figure out if it is. And so
yeah, that's how I felt whenever I was watching a game trailer for a Marvel game. It was like a Black Panther Captain America game. The trailer looked so insane that I couldn't tell if it was the game or if it was live action. And like, what is going on?
Yeah, I've had movies where they have 8K capability, and I have monitors that can do 8K, but I turned it off. I went back down to 4K because I was like, I can't watch it. I can't watch it.
I can watch it. It looks cool to me. I like that.
It looks so off. And maybe it's just because of my vision, because I have like in terms of color blindness. But holy crap. No. Like I can't tolerate it. I just can't. It's just too much. And so when it comes to that, you have a limit. Like the eyes don't like we're getting to a point where we're matching the maximum processing capability of our eyes. You know? We're able to mimic a voice, we're able to take pictures and do things that look better than what we could ever see. We can now make sounds that are so accurate to surround. Because they have 14.1 surround sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's literally 14 speakers spaced out all over your damn living room to create the most surreal. Like you watch a horror movie, you think somebody's actually gonna stab you from behind because that's what it sounds like. That's how good surround sound has got. We're like a step away. That's what I'm talking about. This quantum processor. We're a step away because I don't know if you've watched too much of like any of the media. But Elon Musk started talking about the Neuralink thing again. So that's his latest project. Neuralink is the quote-unquote Sword Art Online joke.
Oh yeah, that stuff.
Where you can put yourself into something.
Online.
Yeah, where you can
dive type stuff.
But the whole idea behind it was to give you the ability to control your limbs. Like, let's say you're paralyzed, right? The nerves have been cut to allow you to control your legs, right? So if we put a Neuralink before the damage and one after, and allow you to connect to communicate again, start walking again. And if we can do that, we can give you artificial limbs. And if we can do that, we can give you an artificial life.
My brain hurt.
And that's what and But what does it take to process all that? Well, we just invented it.
30 seconds for so much processing.
Yeah, no, we just made a quantum processing unit. You're welcome.
And it's gonna get better than that, where it's gonna be snap.
Dude, we got processors. The computers of today still don't compare to humans. But imagine a computer that's better than us. And
I don't want to. That scares me.
Well, it too late.
Well,
it was just made.
Here.
It just happened. They made a processor stronger than human. Because the human brain uses electrons and signals, right? We have a limited speed.
Which the human brain only uses at max 20% of its.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No. Whoever whoever spouted that needs. We do not use 20% of our brain.
We use 5%.
We use all of our brain. We're not hiding capacity of our brain. It's just
I'm hiding my true power.
We're not hiding the capacity of our brain. Every part of our brain has a function, has a purpose. We're not hiding what we use or what we don't use. It's just how our brain, if we need more, our brain will make it. Like if we need more memory space, it just does it. Like it's just normal shit. It'll delete when it needs to and run what it again. It tries to protect us. We're not running 20% of our brain. Only 20, what it's saying is only 20% of it is usually cognitively running for every task, right? It's not that we're not using it. It's just that the only times we use 100, the whole brain becomes active is if every kind of thing happens at the same time, right? Are you thinking about how to do something artistically but also doing something analytically? And then on top of that, doing a research paper, and then on top of that, doing doing a whole bunch of math, and then on top of that, you're not multiprocessing, right? Because the brain has limits. We're not using 20% of brain. Our brain just won't let us overburn, and we use different sections at different times, and that's how our brain's built.
But have you ever thought about being /J or /Serious?
Soul hurts my brain with all this information.
What?
I said, welcome back to the Unpatched podcast where Soul hurts my brain with all the information he spats.
I didn't mean I meant what, Greg, because I heard you.
I said, but have you ever thought about being /J or /Serious?
I should sit there and just go, here's a joke, and then just do something that's just total BS, and then just /Serious, and this is not BS, and see.
Oh,
and
are you being
and then, no, but what the reason why is you write something out that everybody would know is a joke, and then you write something out in serious that everybody would take as a joke, and you sit there and go, wait a minute, that's serious? That's real?
Why so serious?
That's why everybody that's in chat, if you don't already know, there's commands that's called !, random, and then a number, and it goes all the way up to 10. A few of those have, did you know the invention of chainsaws? Do you know why they were invented? Stuff like that. Do you know where we get blood transfusion from? You know why we have that medical technology? You know who did that first?
Serial killers.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Dude, it's not that old. It was done in World War II.
I was joking.
It was done in World War II by the Nazis.
He was /J.
The Nazis did that. The Nazis had made technology in medicine to do blood transfusion. Do it.
I did not know that. Actually.
Yeah, it's weird to think about it, but they did that. They were also making a railgun.
What?
What?
Yeah, an electromagnetic railgun. They were making it. And we took those plans. Started making one too.
That's what we do.
But hey, there's a lot of weird history. That you're just sit there and go, wait, who did what? What? It's people are weird. But history is weirder. Everybody's like freaking out right now as Trump's doing all this crazy stuff. Burn chainsaws made for C-sections? Get up.
Can you just say yes or no?
No, I'm gonna let you research on your own. I don't want to.
I don't want to look that up. That scares me.
I learned.
Scary, and I'm gonna
just do the number and find out. I'll tell you.
Which number is it?
I don't think it tells you. I think it's go look it up anyway. Just go look it up.
Oh.
Just look up why were chainsaws invented. That's it.
I don't want to look it up.
It's not gonna bring up any pictures. It's just gonna tell you.
You forgot to add this last serious smoke.
Heard that fact before. Yeah, but it's funny. It's hilarious. And so when we talk about technology, things are weird.
That's
all right. Let's get to the next topic.
People are weird.
Let's get to the next topic. Does anybody care that the new graphics card is out?
I mean,
it is?
The new 5070
5070?
the 5070 Ti has come out with the 5070 is coming out on March 8th, and it is going to be costing roughly, because it's not the sale price, it is 722 euro, also 922 US dollars for the base price. That's the base price. So
That's what USD stands for. I never knew that.
Wait, what? You didn't know?
So
I thought, bruh.
United States dollar. That's what it stands for.
Yeah, US dollar.
US dollar. So, but assume it's going to cost like $1,000 because they got to up value. So the MSI make of that RTX 5070 Ti is going to be called the Gaming Trio C Plus. That is regulated to be $970 retail when it comes out.
Jesus Christ.
5070 as in so middle level price I might buy. Dude, you're going to spend $900 on a GPU? Dude,
yes, I would.
Dude, it's not a considerable upgrade from the 40 series.
It's exactly like the
that's
PS5
what I was
compared to the
wondering.
PS5 Pro.
Like it is.
Difference is this?
If you're in a 30 series like I am, maybe I'll think about it. But it's expensive, right? Like if I was making Blue Crew money, yeah, of course I'm gonna put a 5070 in my computer. If I was making all the money in the world, yeah, I'm gonna go dump all my money.
Yeah. Might as well.
But if I am a gamer, a streamer, a regular guy, just a no schmo, whoa, broke boy, I'm not gonna go spend $1,000 when I can.
Broke boy,
dude,
boy,
1500.
All right, so you're in the 30 series right now,
dude. Right? Yeah, I'm in the 30. I'm in the 3070. I'm in the 3070 Ti. So, and that's what my laptop runs, 3070. And then on my other desktop, it runs it still has a 1080 in it. So yeah, I'm in
I don't know
the.
what these numbers mean.
Oh, by the way, Smokey is like when she heard that fact before, they were made to make it easier to cut through the pelvic bone. So for C-sections.
And now they use it to cut trees down.
Yep.
Same thing.
As a trees, pelvic bone, same thing.
That's so. What you're saying is I can solve Morningwood if I had a chainsaw.
Okay. Anyway, next up.
But who's gonna spend $1,000?
No. Please continue.
No.
I want to spend $1,000 for a 5070 tract infection. So true.
No sort of numbering or sleeping either. The woman had to go through all that.
Numbering?
Yeah. Numbing. I'm sorry. Numbing.
Numbing.
Because they didn't have a local anesthetics until the World War II. Again,
holy.
They didn't have proper anesthetics until World War II. They had them in World War One, but they weren't very good. And then we started doing a whole bunch of crazy. Thank you, Germany. And no, thank you, not.
What good things has Germany caused besides alcoholism?
Dude, due to that World War II, we invented so many things. They invented so many things. Russia didn't invent very much. It's kind of weird. It's a weird history.
Russia was still do their own thing.
It was a very weird history.
Russians invented testosterone. What are y'all talking about?
So, nonetheless, All right, nobody cares for the $1,000 price tag. All right, so
I'm already in the 40 series. I don't need that.
all right, so one of the last topics here is I don't know if you know the game company NetEase, but they have made adjustments to their development team for Marvel Rivals. In other words, they laid off.
Oh, I heard about that.
So to optimize development efficiency for the game, so quoted. Just so you know that the company earned $2.3 billion in 2023 in the fourth quarter. And 2 days after the layoff, by the way, they reached 40 million players. So it's so quoted, I think, in the article that I pulled. What they said during their earning release, their quarter 4 2024 earning release, because they gotta let everybody know how much money they're making. Its season 1 update in January 2025 sparked another surge, claiming the #1 spot on Steam's top sellers and most played charts worldwide.
And it's still one of the most played free games right this second.
Yep, and they just laid off.
They didn't lay off anybody in the Rivals team, though. It was a different team that was part of NetEase entirely. Because even though they made a good game, NetEase is still a very bad company. They're not a great company. This happened before, right before the launch, after the beta.
Dude,
they said that they laid off, but it wasn't.
They partly hurt the Marvel Rivals. They took out their development team. This is quoted by NetEase.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, I went through a few articles, and yes, they did take out from other parts of the teams, but Marvel Rivals suffered.
Well, it's a good thing they're already a year ahead of time for their development plan.
No.
They have a year's worth of content. No,
but
I'm not a.
They're doing what's considered what's the best way? When you make a lot of money, you want to make a lot more money, lay off.
So you pay less?
No. Well, yeah, you pay less, but you don't have to pay them insurance. You don't have to pay bonuses. They're gone.
Well, yeah, that's why I say paying less, basically.
So they cut whatever amount of staff they wanted to have a, and which makes me not want to play that game even more.
I haven't touched it yet.
Now, like, the reason why is because if they're willing to do that, they're willing to overpush the workers that are there now to death. And
I can see where you're coming from, because they've already done a bunch of community requested changes and like bug fixes and stuff like within like the week whenever people ask about it.
Yeah, so like with that, if they're willing to like cut staff and hurt the rest of the staff and stretch them out even more, because the game's not done. The game's not over. You know?
It's just starting.
It's thriving. It's gonna be.
So they're like, let's make a lot of money, let's make a lot of money, and then let it burn. Not dumb. Makes me not want to go play their crap.
They've made a lot of really good decisions so far, game-wise, compared to anything Overwatch has done in the past 2 years.
Well,
Overwatch 2.
Here's the thing.
I'll say that much.
If a company does very evil things, expect that once the game teeters downward, they're gonna do something. Because this is not the first time this has happened. This is not the first time it's happened. This is not the first company has done it. EA is proud doing this tactic. Done it hundreds of times. So this is an EA tactic. Like, nothing against EA, but all against EA.
Nobody likes EA.
Exactly. This is EA. That's why immediately when I heard about this, I'm like, all right, not gonna do. So, like, and I'll just stand, like, it was the same thing with Overwatch. So like once I started realizing what Blizzard was doing, I don't want to I don't want to pay into your. I know I'm gonna have to pay for cosmetics and stuff like that, and you're gonna make money, right? And later you're not gonna start milking, and then you're gonna start hurting your debt, and that's what they're doing over there too. Man, Blizzard's been doing that for a long time. Never mind, it's just been doing that. Blizzard's just been hell. So like EA. Now NetEase is another company that's just gonna be a copycat of EA.
NetEase has always been kind of a company.
That's why I'm like,
it's always been a mobile games company doing gotcha shit.
And that's why I don't opt into like the internet stuff. Like I'll buy your game, but I won't opt into your like online because then I have to pay, right? I have to pay more than the game is. If your game is good, I can kind of buy, but if your company is bad, it starts to really push back on that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not gonna fund you.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like
I think Rivals at its core is a very good and fun game, but I do not like NetEase.
That's the problem.
That's totally valid.
It's like I'm that's fine. It's like Fortnite. Fortnite's a really, really good game. I hate Fortnite, but that not everybody does. A lot of people love that game, like to the thing. But Epic is a horrible company.
Agreed.
Horrible company. And who are they run under? Who owns Epic?
I don't know.
Look into that real quick. Look at that real quick. I'm gonna go look just to double verify myself. I'm gonna go Epic.
Is it EA?
Epic Games.
Oh.
Let's see. Epic Games. Yeah, look, they got. Oh, look at that. Disney owns 9% of them. Sony owns another 5%. Tencent, which is another company that does a lot of shady shit, but they're not too bad. 35%. Oh, look at that. I wasn't wrong.
Disney owns a part of Epic Games because of how many crossovers they do with Fortnite. Also, there's gonna be a Disney-related mode in the game.
And who just raised their stupid prices? Who's the one that's putting paywalls? Who's the one that's trying to buy out other markets so they can own as much of the market as possible so they can be a monopoly and screw everybody over?
Elon Musk.
Question mark?
Elon Musk, not.
Elon Musk is a Nazi.
No. He's just building his own companies. Why would he go buy companies? The only reason he bought X was because X was being stupid.
Oh, just say Twitter. We know what you're talking about.
Whatever. But and then everybody's like, "Oh, if you were with X, then you're a horrible person." I'm like, well, the person who owns Bluesky ain't any better. I was like,
in reality, nobody a good person.
Nobody a good person. So it's like,
that's so true.
Well, like, oh, well, Elon's a Nazi. It's like, okay.
I what?
Like, I didn't really like or hate him anyway. So like, ooh, like.
Oh, Master said that E-Man would be a Jeff main. So true.
All right, we're now into that part of the podcast where we ask your streamer questions. All of chat.
Streamer.
So everybody everybody that over there that watches E-Man, or you're fans of E-Man, or you're subscribers of E-Man, or the people inside this guest chat here, this chat of people that are all with E-Man, get to ask him questions, any questions along with PG. Got to keep it PG, people. Keep it PG. All right, so go for it. Let's go with chat. Start with chat. Give me your questions. Come on, chat.
Master already asked literally instantly before you finished talking.
I know.
Why don't you stream more?
I know. It's like, E-Man, why do you not stream more? That's what we need to hear.
Yes, E-Man, tell the class.
Mainly
what happened to my streamer.
Mainly time management, procrastination issues. I've been horrible at time management lately, and I haven't really had the time to just sit down and relax and stream.
But he's had time to play Phasmophobia.
I have not played Phasmophobia recently.
You literally played it like 2 weeks ago, dog.
That is not considered recent to me.
That is extremely recent. Recency goes away after like a month. And even then, that's still
Smokey Ant says no. Smokey Ant says no. Say it, Smokey. Come on, say it. Say it.
No to
I
what?
didn't know a while ago.
No, that just happened. Like
Bro,
bit.
that was that. What do you mean?
That just happened.
Is that not recent enough for you? Does it have to be within
it's like,
no, I mean, before I said anything, I saw it was there.
I'm gonna wait for the Smokey reply, and then we'll go to the next question. But come on, why are you procrastinating so much, man? What? With all the procrastination, come on, you gotta have the energy. Yeah, I have the energy.
Is there a secret lover you haven't told us about?
Yeah, it probably is.
What would a secret lover have to do?
So no.
Well,
I
told you.
Well, if he had a secret lover, he'd be doing it too much to even be here. So he's not. No, it's not happening.
We'll be cracking down on it. I see you. I see you.
What the hell?
All right, so Master says he wants some streamer tips. What's some tips you can do to be?
Like specifically, like what? Like what?
General tips. Throw them out there. You know.
Like because I don't know. It's so like there's so many like. I don't know where to begin with that.
Just start
like,
with
what do you need help with specifically, or like what like what do you not? I don't know.
Just on being consistent. He's
being consistent. I feel like forcing yourself to make a schedule to be consistent is like the best way to do it. Like say you're going to stream at this time every day or something, or just every other day, or whenever you want to. That'll increase your odds of doing it.
There's an easier way, and it's advice a teacher gave me. You hold on. You can not just by telling yourself to do something, you can write it down, like a list of things you're going to do that day, and make yourself do it.
Oh yeah,
because it's so much. You feel so much more achieved if you complete all of that you want to do in one day, and it can be a big amount of something. It can be a small amount of something. You just have 4 things that you're going to do.
By schedule, like you're not just scheduling it in your mind. You're actually like putting it down. Like, oh, on YouTube, I'm scheduling this stream at this time, and we'll go live at this time.
I was also suggest, don't make your goals too big. If they're too big, you're not gonna want to do. They're small goals to get. They're more easy to do. Like this, speaking from 8. The smaller the goals, the better. Like make it stepping stones instead of.
And also, you can do like a bunch of small goals and one big goal. Like you can bow out or do like 2 big goals in one day. Just go by your own pace.
Exactly.
Simple.
Exactly. Was it
if you're feeling more effort that day, do big things.
Also, Eman, how come you don't record some of your competitive matches and on top of that regular videos?
Same answer probably.
In a way, yeah, kind of same answer. Just like I don't know. It's just I feel like it's kind of hard for me to like start on something. I've had like video ideas I just never really get to. I don't really know. Like I don't know. It's just I struggle with starting on things. That's my point.
Well, I get that. And editing can also be very tedious.
Oh yeah, editing is very tedious.
I've made
edits. I gotta finish the first episode and now the second episode. Well, now that I have the structure for the first episode,
starting on something is really hard in my opinion.
Starting on it is like the hardest.
Yeah, once I'm into it, and once I have like a consistent schedule, then it's like okay, I can keep doing this. But once if something throws me out of the loop, it'll take me like weeks to recover. Honestly,
that's what procrastination does.
That's very true. So on starting something for a video, because for a video, it's like you already have to have like something in mind, and to kind of start with something, sometimes you feel like a little bit of overwhelmed just doing it. But if you just make it small, like just do something. small videos, right? You don't have to like go. And as time goes on, you expand a little step by step. You know, if it's streaming, just stream like an hour a day or whatever.
Let's make a random little silly video.
Like if it's like the streaming thing is like start off with an hour a day or an hour every other day. Build it up to 2 hours, 3, to 4, and build up to where you want to be. And then at least your energy will even out with it instead of you just being like, well, let me go do an 8-hour stream. And then you're too tired and you kind of like working out, right? Would you work out like 3 days in a row and just keep working out? No, you take a rest day, let yourself recover, right?
Yeah, my thing sets it for every 3. Like I do 3 days and work out, and then 1 day is a rest, and then so on and so forth.
Same thing with like streaming and making videos, right? Set a schedule.
It's anything really. You need a break from everything every once in a while.
You need a schedule. You need a rest period. You need a go period. Right? You got to know where your limits are and face it. If you do too much, you'll burn out. Do too little, you're not motivated, and you gotta find that and grow into it. You know what I mean, but once you get going, riding a bicycle, you get back on it, but you gotta get started. Right? You gotta start pedaling.
You get back on that horse and you
eat that horse. Yeah, I know.
Come eat that horse with me.
Come eat that horse with me. What the hell are you talking about now? So, honestly,
I just wanted to know if you wanted to go train in a place that you train for a year and 1 day.
What?
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I honestly plan to do a video 2 days a week. Yeah, see, just find a rhythm. Like, just be like, all right, I'm gonna do a video Monday and I'm gonna do a video Thursday.
I would have said Friday.
Or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Start of the week, end of the week.
Or yeah, you do it Saturday, Sunday. Who cares?
Doesn't matter. Really.
Dude, there's a okay. I watch content creators. They don't post but once every like 3 months, and it's on the mark like every 3 months, but they post.
I'm thinking of one email.
I'm not talking.
3 months is a crazy number, bro.
Yeah,
That's tiny.
But his production value is high. And so when every time he releases, it's well worth the wait, right? You get the product and you're like, holy wow, this is awesome. And you're like,
that's like every animation channel. Like they do maybe like one video every 2-3 months.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? It's just some people have a long schedule, some people have a short one. It's just finding the rhythm, finding the time. That's all it is to that.
PG, God damn it.
Type it in. Type a demon.
What?
No.
Are you trying to ask me a question, or are you just trying to say something?
No, it's the thing that Soul was saying.
Oh well,
talking about the different leaks in the rhythm and where to find the time, man.
Motions of the ocean.
Exactly. It doesn't matter the size of your boat; it's just the motion of the ocean.
You say stuff just to be That's all from
implications.
So what is okay? More questions. Come on, anybody in here?
Yeah, I saw that clip.
Anybody?
Yeah, I seen. I'm gonna look at it.
E-Man and asking them if there's another thing made.
What?
Huh?
Start interrogating E-Man. There's your questions.
Oh, that's
what?
We're not interrogating him. He's free to leave whenever he wants.
All right, bye guys.
But I just want to ask if you plan on being around a lot more. That's what I want to know.
Like just joining in general.
I mean,
yeah, just hanging around. Like if you're like in chat and just like and Soul says, "Why don't you come join us?" Like just
hang out. Like also like one is a personal wise, another one's content.
Yeah, I was meaning more so just like hanging around in general, not just making content because I don't want them strained. I just want to be around more, be more social.
I definitely need. My social skills have been kind of lacking recently. I need to.
And you were on a streak too while you were streaming, so like just
I used to be really good
at
like, scheduling or streaming, but like I know I remember I got scheduling or pretty good at streaming like not too long ago. But then I think a change happened within my. Like something happened where I couldn't stream for a few days, and once I couldn't stream for those few days, I just completely lost schedule and I couldn't get back into it.
I remember what this was like. This is so much easier. I don't have to get out of bed.
Well, no, yeah, no. What tends to happen like, since you just got out of everything that was like burning up your time, right? Now you have a work life and you have a personal life. Personal life's probably pretty quiet, right? Like other than like other tasks and having you.
I mean, basically, yeah.
Yeah. So what has happened is you've gained an independence. So because of that, you just shut off, and that's really normal. Why I have said nothing to you. Like me personally, I'm pretty aware of me being the psychology major of the planet here. I know too much. Yeah, and I was like, oh well, he's busy. And I know I think I said this to Smokey. Was, yeah, he's busy. And he ain't doing it. Like you don't get it. I get it. You're gonna go through it too, but I'm not. I don't say that out loud. I just everybody goes through that where that the switch flips, right?
That was me, like literally, like 4 months ago. I was having to gain back independence. When I did, I was like, man,
like,
I'm gonna just
you just
do my own thing, hang out with people when I want.
Shut off, and now it's all you. You don't get engaged by anybody because before people would engage you directly, right? Now you don't have that. Now you're in the world where the only way to engage is to engage. Unless other people are like worried or something's wrong or some constant communication, other people aren't going to mess with you, right? So now it falls on you to engage. And if you have a procrastinator heart or like ADHD, kind of like me, I have the same problem. I can go dark just randomly. And I try not to because, it's just for me it'd be easy if I wanted to just shut off. I could shut off, right? But then it hurts in the long run because I need that, right? But you're just like coming off of like getting a break, right? Like your brain's now in your control. You don't have to. There's other things to worry about other than what was before, and now because you have all this free off. And that's kind of normal. Like you have the ability to shut off now, and you did, and you're still doing it. And I don't know. It might take 3 months, 6 months, a year. I don't know. Some people. Some people have done it the rest of their lives. They shut off and just completely ditched everybody.
Yeah.
And it is what it is because the person is looking, right? They're searching internally. What to do, what to think, what to feel. You know what I mean? So that's why I personally haven't said it. I'll just dig at you a little bit. It's like, where the hell are you at? You're always gone now. But otherwise, I won't. But yeah, when are you coming back?
Start small just by joining.
After all that,
just start small by slightly joining VCs at least like bi-daily, like every like 2 days or so if there's a stream, even bi-weekly, build up to go daily, stuff like that. Like I started joining like a few weeks ago, and then I couldn't like nearly every stream. I just wanted to be around more, and so that's what I did, and now I'm here again.
So yeah, so you need to like. I know we're not real life, but I know we're virtual. We're virtual friends.
I know we might see each other. I mean, on March 8th.
In how many days?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. When is the subathon again?
Oh, well, let me announce that after the fact.
All right.
I'll put that as the last thing I announce to everybody when the mass marathon. Give me a little.
All right. Got it.
But more questions.
Yes.
Can error make a subway tunnel going east west? Okay, that's a Bryce question.
Wait,
there's a question in the stream chat for you. Teddy asked.
Can error make a subway tunnel going east west in the North Flatland, Bryce?
I feel like he's talking something about what I've done in Minecraft where I've flattened the entire land.
Answer the question.
I don't care.
It's a yes or no.
My stuff.
He says he does.
Yes or no question.
Answer is don't care. Do it.
Yeah,
If
just do
you
it.
don't interfere with my stuff, which you can't because I haven't claimed, I don't care.
Yeah, just don't mess with his shit, but he's okay. Cool beans, thank
what's the question that
you.
you have, Soul?
Huh?
What's the question that you have?
But it's not questions for me, it's questions for E-Man. He's the guest.
Well, yeah.
I know.
Well, we can have questions for other people. No, there's no stop to that.
Questions. I was meaning for E-Man, but I guess you could have a
Oh,
question
no.
in general.
Yeah, you can have a question in general if you want to question.
Yeah, but this is stuff he could literally just text me in Minecraft.
Oh my god. Yeah, but
Okay.
he questioned you. He questioned. He questioned. I may question. Go. Let's see. A question from. I don't know. What are you gonna do once you do get to 1K and you do show yourself? What's gonna be the change? Feel like
Not upload for 6 months.
it's like, here's my face. Bye.
Bye.
I mean, like what do you mean by change? Like, is something supposed to change?
It's a big event.
More like, would you start doing?
Like, would I do more
videos
face
and stuff?
Yeah, would you do more?
I would want to try doing more face cam related stuff. Yeah. Like,
all right,
honestly,
guys,
I've
go
been interested in
subscribe
doing
right
that.
It's either that or be a VTuber.
Or a VTuber. I don't
Yeah,
really.
but he's
what
too.
would be the point of
I don't
the
know.
face reveal if you're
Well,
just gonna
yeah,
go to
he's too
VTuber,
lazy.
though?
He's too lazy.
In that, I don't really care to be a YouTuber. Like, that has no interest in me at all.
A VTuber, you mean?
Yeah, VTuber. That's
The YouTube.
whatever.
Yeah, I got
VTuber,
scared.
Like,
whatever.
What happened?
Not a YouTuber.
What the heck have you
What
been
happened
doing?
to the E-Man I loved?
What does that mean, Smokey?
All right, so because people won't be able to hear or see this
You're
unless
gonna
they're
get
watching the stream.
gagged.
Right? Like, E-Man, you look too fruity for that. You're gonna get gas. That's what Smokey.
What does it mean for that?
What?
Face cam.
Oh well, yeah, for face cam.
He looks like the average white boy to me. I don't know, man.
Like Master says earlier, he said, "E-Man, you should have played Power Wash Sim yesterday."
Yeah, I know. It was so fun.
Yeah, E-Man.
I maybe would have stopped getting
I
jumped
didn't-
by like 3 different people.
Oh, because I would have been the target.
Exactly.
I did
I
it
would've still just been
partially, but I
cleaning.
didn't do it all the time. I actually was partially.
I'm
trying to
meaning
really
3
stop
feel
different
like
it.
people as I'm meaning
feel
3
like getting
different
Power
people
Sim was
as
worth it.
in Master, Fishy, and Smokey most
See,
of the time. So
Smoke-
also did it sometimes. But it was
Smokey,
mainly those 3.
Smokey
And
has,
me, I was just in my own world.
Smokey has stated he has longer, blonder hair. He looks so fruity, y'all. You don't understand.
Oh, he grew his hair out.
So, and
Did he, man?
Jose confirms. So your average twink, right? Jose beat me to it. Good master. That's
But E-Man,
what? Do you
grew
have
your
longer
out?
hair now?
Yeah, I have longer hair.
Well, like how
Oh.
long?
Like, it's not that much longer.
Like,
I mean,
is
Is
I
it
guess-
like
Is it just like longer and but not like
but not, it's not. It's nowhere near like shoulder link or anything. Like,
Oh yeah, it's
I was
just
gonna
it's
say,
just
I was gonna
grown
say,
out.
Is it like I was gonna say something like jawline length.
Are you like poofy hair now? Like is your hair
kind of.
Are you
But
is your hair naturally curly or straight?
like a bit curly, but
You're poofy.
it
Yeah,
also
My
look
hair is
different
like
times.
way
I'm
curlier
imagining
than it was
looking
last
like
time
how
it was
Grayson's
short.
kind of looked. when
My
he
hair
was
is
a little
crazy
longer.
poofy. Yeah, that's why I don't want to grow
Jose said my long hair is almost to my butt.
it.
Damn.
You got a style, Jose.
I think
Great.
Jose just wants his
Great.
samples.
Think
but
of
anyways,
JJ's hair.
Think of JJ's. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
Clearly, his hair is naturally gay.
Mm.
And I have short hair now. Master has short hair now.
Yeah, I've
Man.
seen it. He's
Bryce
basically a
has no
buzz
hair
cut.
now.
So
You have scalp.
Yeah,
So-
I've got scalp.
So what, like, to get back on the question, what would you do more of if you now were on Facebook?
Maybe finish the
Right.
Vaporeon Lego.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I could finish. If I could find it.
That's the 100 sub special. Finishing the Lego
yeah,
from
Grayson was
2
telling
years
me
ago
about
for the
that
24-hour stream. Oh yeah, video 2 years in the making.
I could never go back to one.
I
You still have
like
longer
your
hair
short
than me.
Smokey.
Like,
I like your short hair.
Oh man.
for a guy, this is long hair, but like, for a girl, it's
No, it
kinda
is
short.
not.
No, it is not.
That's
What?
like average.
Dude, most guys have like above the shoulder. Like,
So I've seen guys that look like they should be in a metal band, dude.
dude, they have like hair like down to their like ass.
I was talking about my hair, not Smokey's. But...
I've seen it go like to their waist.
Yeah, like
before.
it's not unusual for me to see like, guys with long.
I mean, I've seen it plenty of times, but
I'm gonna have my
guys with not as long hair. So
I'm gonna have my hair when it finally grows back out. I'm gonna have it be like around my jawline and barely go under that. I don't want it going on my shoulders. Becomes unmanageable because of how messy it is.
To deal with when it's like as long as it was before.
It's because it's so puffy and curly and all of that it just becomes so unmanageable for me. I don't want that much hair.
Nah, it's up to my shoulders right now. Yeah, which is kind of like there's a lot of girls that have short hair now. That's actually a trend that's like been happening more in the last generations. Women with shorter hair.
Smokey's so lucky I have to be PG. God.
It's funny. Men are the ones that are getting the long hair while the women are getting the short hair.
It's interesting. It's like it's just nobody cares as much. But
in the past, it used to be like just some sort of big deal.
Like,
no, you're supposed to do this and that.
E-Man, when's your grind to get to 1,000 again?
That's a good question.
When are you gonna grind to get to 1,000?
Whenever he can get out of bed.
You're not wrong.
Exactly. Trust, I've been there. I get it.
Like, I can't give a specific answer for that.
Whenever he gets out of bed.
Wait, come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta come back sometime. You just never gonna stream again?
Obviously, I'll come back sometime, but at the same time, when will that time be? I have no
It's
clue.
it's so lonely.
Man, don't let E-Man be a father.
That's oh my god.
That has nothing to do with A
that
with
is
B.
Completely different.
But he's such a procrastinator. He'll be a home dad. Guaranteed. I'm sorry to say. You should stream your scrims.
He's gonna forget to change the baby, dude.
Jose says you should stream the scrims.
Yeah.
I should. I really need to. I don't know why I've done that yet.
That's a permission thing. I'm thinking that's all the only that and his laziness.
That's the reason I haven't done it.
Like,
honestly.
Permission thing and his laziness are the only two things stopping him. Even as like Corey Kenshin coming back after so long, he's still not back yet. He's like does one stream every like blue moon.
Yeah, E-Man's still not back.
I don't call a creator back until they do like a consistent schedule again.
All right, E-Man, do it for a week and then leave again.
That's not consistent because that would just be a week.
That's consistent.
Like he does. Like I've been consistent back again. I've been doing it for what like 2 months now. So I'm back on I'm back on it. Like oh man.
I think what we can do to make E-Man come back is drop Splatoon 4.
Well, that's a given. If Splatoon 4 came back, I know he would stream again.
I feel like that's just what's limiting him right now. It's the lack of content in the stuff he does. Like Splatoon 3 is that like doesn't have much content
that's why
right
I've asked before, and the topic came up a little before. It's like you and like the likes and like I think if I remember correctly, it was just Splatoon and Phasmophobia. And I'm like, why don't you just niche in Splatoon and Phasmophobia and just randomly record. Don't sit there and think about it too hard. Just like turn on OBS, set it, and just hit record and then like end it and that's it. And then come back to it.
The funny thing is I don't know if I still have these, but I used to do that. I had plenty of Phasmophobia randomly. I just randomly record with my friends. Not only that, I had my face cam on as well. So it was face cam, Phasmophobia recordings. I had
We
plenty
really
of
need to
those.
get you to 1,000
So
subscribers.
why-
I
Yeah.
have no idea where those are though.
Not to mention, like, well, you could turn
But-
the usually like hide the face cam at some level, whatever, right? Don't care. Like, why? I know you play games. I know you're still playing games, right? Why don't you just like hit record for a minute and just like you could probably find somebody that could edit for you and just have them make it look nice, and then they send it back and you just post it, right? So. Like
shit, harder than it sounds.
Shit, I would edit it for you, but I got my hands are full now.
But Eamon, is that true? What I was saying, that the main reason you haven't been streaming is just because the stuff that you play doesn't have much to like offer that hasn't already been seen, like Splatoon 3, not really having much content, so you don't see a point in making content for it when there's nothing really to show.
In a way, yeah, that's definitely a factor. I wouldn't say that's like the full-on reason, but I would take the factor.
Oh, we need Mario Kart 9 to drop. Man starts uploading.
Well, see, the thing is, so you don't have very many games that like you don't like over niche, like sit there and play everything, right? I play everything, and I do have my staples of things that will come back and like kind of hit over and over again, and eventually I might just like narrow it down, right? But I just I play everything, right? Which makes it where my content's just always available, right? I always have open content. For you, you're very narrowed down, so you have no content. Like if they do an update, you do a few videos and then it's over. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I think another big factor is I'm way more into multiplayer games, single player games. I would rather play games with other people, and especially games with like Lethal Company. Probably one of my favorite games that I haven't played in a while because I haven't asked anyone to play because I'm bad at that.
Man, you would be stacked with content.
I still to this day I still love Among Us, but I'm never playing it because I don't know anyone that would really play it. And getting him out.
I mean, I would if others would play it.
Dude, you have no idea.
We just need a lot of people.
Dude, you have
It's like games like those I would love to play, but it's freaking hard.
It would build the games themselves, bring in viewers that want to join. And by now, everybody has some of these games, right? Among Us is hyper. They just recently they came out with the a trailer for Among Us 3D.
Mm-hmm. And I would love to play that. That looks stupid.
But here's the thing, is that I never hear you like pushing towards it, right? And, like you never like, hey, there's this new multiplayer. Can we all try it? The question never comes. It comes from like
baby.
It comes from everybody else that when they start playing it and you kind of get pulled in, and you love these games, and I'm like surprised that you're not looking for them. You know what I mean? Like you love the like pseudo horror multiplayer funny gimmick game, right? Among Us is that. Content warning is that. Phasmophobia is that. There was a lot of like things where Phasmophobia like that were like that. There's a lot of like different genres that are like, you know what I mean? Which
Eamon.
Huh?
Yeah.
What Soul's talking about? Have you played Pressure before on Roblox?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
I mean, it's Doors 2.0, but
yeah, but it's better, way better.
Oh yeah, it's better. I like it. It's like it's too repetitive, kind of, but it's okay.
Like, what about like, you know, other games? Like you've seen other stuff, right? Like multiplayer games that are kind of wonky, that are not just, you know, not like so gimmickly. Like I try.
Think it's just I'm really bad at reaching out to people, even if I'm really into a game. That's just my thing. I'm not good at reaching out.
Just
I've never been.
People you know, besides the 3 that you usually play with. Like me and Soul are down to play stuff with you. I play anything that's fun. Soul plays basically anything that's not Fortnite. Like you have
Fortnite,
well.
Overwatch,
you have
or Marvel
Master too.
But for me, it's like it's just the only problem with me is I'm scheduled, right? Like that's like where I get a little. I have a schedule, he doesn't. So it's like the only time where I'm like, okay, well, if you tell me the day before, I can't do anything.
Also, short notice is also bad.
So like, I can always like implement. That's why I started thinking about implementing games that have multiplayer commitments, right? So like right now, I'm doing Power Wash Simulator. That allows up to 6 people, or or at least 1 to 2 people to join in some of these projects, so we can have fun, right? I'm trying to get games where I get a multiplayer component, right? And I'm gonna try to probably do that a little bit more, other than just single player games. So that way other people can join. Like, I probably will take a dive back at mine. Probably will take a dive. Obviously, I'm going back to Phasmophobia because that's something I love too.
I also have Phasmophobia now on console, so we can all play it.
So now it's just a matter of like, because I remember Cheese Escape was fun. I'm just staying away from Roblox. Y'all do Roblox, but
wait, what's wrong with Roblox?
It's security. That's the biggest one.
What do you mean?
Very dangerous.
The whole security thing.
It's a very
like stuff getting leaked.
It's very dangerous. Like no, you all your information is leaked. Period. It's always open. It's
There's a game that I wish properly worked.
But there's a whole bunch of like, if I recommended you games and scheduled something, would you be up for joining those?
I mean, yeah, I anytime you schedule something, because I've joined your podcast, I joined the Pokemon stream.
Oh, the podcast! I asked.
Well, yeah, you've asked.
Yeah, it wasn't like, can I join the podcast? Oh. I wanted you as a guest because I thought it was fair to have you start. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I wish Astro Near worked.
Let's see. Is like Smokey says, E-Man, you should stream Phasmo. Obviously, yeah. You could like stream our Phasmo sessions with Nice Dragon and Silver. I don't think they mind that much.
I don't know. I feel like
you literally did it. What do you mean? I don't know. You literally recorded your sessions.
Yeah, but I didn't upload them anyway.
Yeah, one thing is to record them, one thing is to upload them. They may not be. Silver, I don't think it would have a problem. I don't know about Nice Dragon.
I don't think Silver cares because bro has like 2 brain cells.
The Silver wouldn't care. I don't know about Nice Dragon.
Nice Dragon, for me, she changed so much. I don't know personality.
I don't even know what Nice Dragon is anymore. Like, I forget she exists.
She doesn't like to do things online necessarily. I just think that's it. I just don't think she likes to interact with people much, in my opinion. I just think she doesn't like it, which is why I don't know how she would feel about being streamed. Which is why I never really wanted to ask.
You asked.
See, the thing that I thought you were most self-conscious about was just saying actual names, since I'm pretty sure y'all exchange each other's names.
He's done it by accident,
so I mean, I don't care. My name's been said already, so I don't
his
really care,
his name and their names have been accidentally said multiple times by all of them. They have all said each other's names at least once in one of their recordings. I know. I already know.
It's the same with me saying Master's name in VC on accident.
Yeah. Funny.
Mr. Newton.
Another Roblox stream would go hard. I remember the Cheese Escape.
Yeah, that's the last thing she said. But if you don't want Nice Dragon, but you're fine with like Silver and Smokey, you can always ask again me and Soul to play the game with y'all, because we both have the game, and I'm not gonna play the game like in duo with just Smokey or one of my other friends that has it on PS. I would like to play it with multiple people because I just feel like coughing baby when I'm working with someone who's has hours upon hours in the game and I have like 2.
We want the streamer to come back.
I mean, Bryce
we want Stream Man.
Bryce will play too.
We need to.
I would love to play with y'all.
We need to add a mod of Fast with that allows more than 4 players.
Dude, we already have enough community.
It wouldn't be possible because you can't download mods on console.
Oh, here's the thing. We already have enough. Right. We have enough members between our community to have where you always have a. All you gotta do is like ask, and you gotta learn how to ask.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
You and Saul are the big streamer guys.
Like, here-
95% of the time,
Here's my thing.
people are gonna say yes to your request.
Like for me, it's not as much of an issue. It's for him. He doesn't ever ask me nothing. Nothing.
Saul wants to make content with you all the time. Literally
All
just
the
ask.
time. And I don't know what you're doing, and I don't want to bother you. So it's like my thing is.
But you should bother me more though.
Yeah, see, that's
you bother him instead because he doesn't want to bother
the Nuzlocke thing, or am I just tripping?
We failed.
Did. We failed.
Oh, no, they failed.
Oh, okay.
Like,
they failed miserably. We should all play Human Fall Flat. What about that? I have Inscription on Game Pass. What?
Oh my god, just go play it. But yeah, no. You see, here's the thing. I am more outspoken than you are. You clam up. You need to learn how to not clam up. You need to now start being the one that pushes the funny button.
Press it now. But when did Inscription get on Game Pass?
What? I thought it was
What?
last week. Also, when we doing that Soul Link, I don't know. What Soul Link are you talking about?
What's the look right now?
Dude, you gotta start talking. You don't talk either. You're like, hi, I'm here, and then bye, I'm gone.
1 month later.
Who, Master?
Yeah, Master.
Because he leaves this VC and goes to his friend server and hangs out with them for like 8 hours, and then comes back for like an hour. Oh, I'm tired. And talks for 3 hours. Like, bro, what the fuck? Sorry, but dang.
Alright, so. And who else has got a question? Are we all questioned out? Gonna ask him any more crazy questions?
Well, my last question is, are you going to take all of this, or are you just gonna, is it in one ear, out the other?
Both.
So it's in one ear, out the other. Got it.
No.
he says, screw you guys, I'm just gonna ignore you. I'm disappearing, I'm never making content again, screw y'all.
I love what you're saying. I'm catching what you're pitching, but I'm not gonna throw it back.
Yeah.
Don't take that out of context.
Take it completely out of context, please.
That's why I've been kind of
But they
consistently in VC. Yeah, well, that's why you need to be. Well, you gotta be in the more master. But yeah, we all miss you.
We missed the E-Man.
Miss the.
He's turned into an E-boy. What happened to my E-Man?
No, he's the invisible boy now. It's not E anymore.
Exactly.
Like,
Invisible Woman.
He's I Man, Invisible Man. That's what he is now.
You an invisible man, not an invincible man.
E-Man Sue Storm.
What?
Exactly.
I didn't know he was in Rivals.
Exactly.
He's the femboy.
I told you.
when you get that wedding skin, man.
You know about the cosmetics, bruh.
I just want you, when you do the 1,000 subscriber thing, to have a mask. So when you turn on,
have a mask that he wears with a smile for hours at a time.
No, you just have a mask, and then you just pull off that mask, and it's another mask, and then you pull off that mask, and it's another. And you do that for the whole stream, and you just keep teasing and keep teasing and keep teasing until like the last 5 minutes, and go, here's my face, and then you cut the stream.
This is the outro. Yes, E-Man striptease. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, because if you do that like that kind of concept, eventually he's gonna have to show his feet.
Let's go.
We're gonna have to have a hand cam and a feed cam.
No.
I heard Grayson when you got the other room say the same.
We're gonna have.
Give me them ideas. So.
We're gonna have to have.
Man, give me them elbows, boy.
We're gonna have
elbow reveal right now.
We're gonna have and then we're gonna have a doggo cam, and then
that dog in him.
One day we'll get the Vaporeon Lego cam. It'll be peak.
Vaporeon Lego cam.
It just points at the. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna
forehead cam.
Ooh,
That's crazy.
You know
What? What the frick?
You know what? I got an idea from that. I'm just gonna make. You know how? I don't know if anybody knows other content creators, but like sometimes they have like a camera and just point it at the background scenery because something is memed. I'm just gonna have a camera pointed at like the plush Eevee, and it's the.
I really need to give E-Man a cardboard cutout of the Pope, and he have a Pope cam.
Why?
You got that from Schlatt. You got that from Jay Schlatt.
Why?
Yes.
Why a Pope?
Why not? Why not the Pope? The Pope's the goat. He's the Pope goat.
Oh my god.
A fishy said, rotund cam. Oh wait, he's a woman. We forgot. Who's we? Only you forgot, gang.
You can't say balls.
No.
Yes, you can. It's not
striptease.
It's balls cam. Point straight in his crotch.
Hey.
I am a collective.
Average Smokey.
He is one in a crime. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Okay. Are we done with the questions? We've all questioned out. We gotta make
Smoking up.
Wait, what? Oh, wait. Okay, look. Are we all questioned out? We're good.
So
Have we?
We're all
Have we?
questioned out.
You all questioned out? We're gonna go into the final phase.
Wait,
the
the
final
final
phase.
Final
All right.
final phase.
All right. So there's two things are gonna happen here. One is
Wait,
Oh, Master said he's got a question. Hold
oh
on.
shit! He's got a question. All right.
One last
last
one.
One last
I
question.
swear to God, if it's what I think it is,
I got it. I got it.
That is not a question.
English or Spanish?
no. Anyways.
Come on, Master, hurry up. Skibbity bop bop.
Skibbity bop bop. Yes. Skibbity doo. Skibbity dop. Skibbity boppity boppity bop.
Bop.
Bro's the scat man.
Dang, you Master type slow.
He's absolutely slow.
Master types
But,
at
E-Man,
molasses speed.
Us, a collective group, should change your name to something very tease-worthy. I'm typing sideways.
It's
How is that a question?
It's not.
Sideways.
Why are you
What
typing
are you
sideways? Why are you typing sideways, dude?
Something very teaseworthy. I've already changed it to Emma. I don't know what else.
Because I'm sitting sideways in my chair. That sounds like a krill issue.
Sideways in a.
It sounds like a.
Bro's laying on his forehead.
So
He's in plank position.
Master, you have a krill issue. Smokey, spam him with krill issue.
Okay, what? How?
Thank you.
Well, then, I got the best question to ask since we're talking about tease words.
All right.
The final question that everyone's been dying to get the answer for.
All right, ask.
Everyone needs to know. Are you a top or are you a bottom?
Yeah.
I'm a Nintendo Switch.
That's not the question.
That's what all bottoms say.
No.
I should know, but anyway.
Oh, he's so
continue.
robot. He
what?
is so robot right now.
Me?
No,
So
Gray.
continue.
Gray's a robot.
Grace not robot.
No, I'm not.
He didn't answer a question. Come on. You didn't answer Gray's question. Please, top or bottom? What are you?
He said he's
I
a
said
Nintendo Switch.
I'm a Nintendo Switch.
Close enough to a bottom.
Okay,
All
so
bottoms say that they're a Switch. I should know. So
okay.
continue.
So I understand. I get it. You're a top when you're charged. You're a bottom when you're out of energy.
He's too lazy to be.
That's
top,
what a
dude.
Switch is.
No, he's too lazy to be a top.
Nonetheless. E-Man, you a bottom, you give me.
Can confirm Gray's statement. What the hell?
Oh yeah. All right, so we come to the final phase where our guest nominates the next guest.
Oh, I nominate the next guy?
Yes. Now I know that you're gonna probably there's a handful. You can think of anybody that is reasonable.
It's like a streamer, right?
Markiplier.
Markiplier? Alright.
No, Markiplier's not gonna come here.
No soul exists.
I am like tiny guy. Markiplier doesn't even see me unless magically somebody sends this to him and it's like, oh my god. And if that happens, I'd cry, but it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Nobody's gonna share this to him and have him come down here as a guest. Okay, and
I'll do it.
and if he messages me, I swear to God, if he messages me, that podcast is gonna be early. So, because if I remember correctly, his schedule is like super day. So, because he does his own podcast like a day. So, I don't know. But nonetheless, nomination.
I have an obvious answer, but I don't know if you'd be able to get him.
That's
don't say who I'm thinking.
Yeah, I kind of know who you're thinking. The amount of chance that I will be able to DM, and he's on the list of already people to pull.
Who are you thinking, Ray?
Speaking of Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But if
No
not
way.
him,
All right, we'll take
Blasian.
Blasian.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be. Get it. I would have to ping. Or you can ping him. Be funny.
Not Glacian.
Blasian. He's another streamer. He does a lot of variety content. He does a lot of the games that E-Man likes. Actually, he does the content multiplayer style game, especially multiplayer horror. He does a lot of that. He also does Mario Party and handful of. So yeah, I need a link. E-Man, provide link.
Link.
Yeah, you have the link. I don't have it on hand, and I'm also doing everything. But yeah, that's Blazing.
If you're doing everything, what's not a little more?
No.
All right. So, if E-Man doesn't contact Blasian, or I don't ping Blasian, or whatever, then I'll will be the next guest. Comes up to. I'm gonna do the math. That'd be right after. Okay, so no,
that's right after that tournament.
No, that's right. That's also right after something else. So that's the second phase of the thing of this final phase. All right. So the announcement. If you don't know already, if you have not seen the rest, the streams prior to today, I've been kind of just saying it and randomly, and then never mentioning it again throughout the whole damn stream, so you can see who's paying attention. But I am doing a literal marathon streaming event, literally a subathon, membership-a-thon, like-a-thon, everything you could think of is going to be a thing from March 1st to March 7th. It means I'm streaming every day. And I'm trying to see if I'm going to stream all day, every day. For those.
Wait, when?
From March 1st to March 7th. So.
Oh, he gonna be dead around you.
No. Like on March 7th, there'll be the ending of it, and then I'll sleep. And then I'm assuming the tournament's gonna be late in the day.
Next day.
Yeah, it's next day, but it's late in the day.
Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well, whatever.
Last time it started at 12.
Dude, it's it's 8 minutes down the road for me.
Yeah, you're fine.
I don't care. If I prep all my stuff that night, I don't care. I'm not streaming that week very much. Like on Saturday, I'm gonna be dead. I'm not gonna be using the console until next week. I'm probably gonna take 3 to 4 days off the next so I can have all the energy I possibly can. But from March 1st to March 7th, my goal is to get to 10K subscribers and 300 members. Now, will I hit this goal? I have no. Probably not. But I'm gonna do everything and anything.
10K subscribers when?
From March 1st to March 7th. What?
10K?
I'm trying to aim for 10K.
That's a crazy goal.
That's a crazy goal, but you know what?
That's a lot of people.
If I get
10,000 in a week,
if I get 1K, if I get to 1K, I'm proud. if I get to 10K, I'm even more proud. If I get beyond that, that's even better. I'm only asking.
Is 200.
It's two. I put the goal up there just to be there. Is it attainable? I don't think so. But as much chaos as I'm gonna probably bring.
This is like that one time I put an unattainable goal for something I forgot.
I always put unattainable goals because it's more fun to build. I'm not saying the goal now. If it is attained, I will put up a random poll of just list everything you would want me to do. And I would start, and like, we'll just make a super list, and it'll be one video. I will do it.
48-hour stream?
What?
You did a 48-hour stream?
No. When I did the 48-hour, I think I got to about hour 30. Hour 27.
Oh, right, you stopped early.
Yeah, I stopped early because I couldn't go excessive. I had to sleep, but I had no way. This time I'm gonna mitigate that. I'm probably gonna sleep on stream or cut, so I can, and then I'll come.
Sleeping stream.
Well, you're not watching me.
Soul Feet Cam stream. Let's go.
Let's go.
No, what I'll do is I'll put like just Eevee stream, stick Eevee in front of the camera, and you just watch him.
I remember just watching that. Or saw a streamer that on April 1st just did a stream of a rock for 12 hours.
Hamster cam. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I don't like right now. The speculation of what I'm gonna do is building. Like right on Monday, I'm going to make a community announcement. This is happening. Later during the week, I'll have all the rules, everything set. Right. I just know the schedule of it. I know what I want to do. I know my goals, and it's gonna be just I'm gonna do everything I possibly can. All my content is on hold. So like Breath of the Wild's supposed to be like being done. I'm gonna probably play a little bit of that this week, but I'm gonna try to rest a bit. I'm also gonna play, God of War and do all that kind of stuff. I'm still doing all that, but it's just gonna be, you know what I mean? We're gonna kind of tone it down a little bit so I can get the rest I need so I can do this whole week, and then I'm just gonna go all out. It's gonna be crazy. Crazy.
Oh, it's crazy.
I'm gonna get the rest I need, have a little bit slower week, and the week after I'll get my rest, and then I'll be back to regular schedule. I just want to do something crazy for. I feel like I have too much energy. So that's the plan. So from the 1st to the 7th is literally as many donations, as many memberships, as many subs, as many likes, as many shares. I'm going to be posting this stupid channel everywhere. And technically it's like early birthday gift. Yeah, technically. Technically the anniversary of the channel just happened like a week ago. It was like February something, 14th. And then my birthday's on. So early birthday and late anniversary.
I need to hear Master say the words hamster cam in VC.
You can't. We're limited to 4 spaces. Deal with it.
I know, but I'm meaning when we're not in a when we're not in a limited VC.
Tell him to send a voice message.
Master,
but in general,
what he just said.
Hamster cam.
Hamster cam. You can't send a voice message in general. DM me hamster cam now.
Yeah, we'll make it up. We'll make it a.
Do it since I gave you Nitro.
We'll give you a sound bite. Like put it in the soundboard. Hamster cam.
Hamster cam.
Man, I wonder how the raid's gonna be. I don't know what raids. If we get raids, that'd be great. If people want to help raid, that'd be great.
Tell Beacon and Nick about it.
Again, how do I get a hold of him?
Make E-Man tell them in the server.
Who? What? Huh?
Yeah, you are a mod.
Go into like the server, into like the promotion channel, or in general, or something mods. So well, they can tell Nick.
Cool.
You can share for me. You can share for me. That's about it. Like you can't really spam it. He does
say it like the day it's happening.
Makes it easier to contact Nick.
Huh? Oh no, it doesn't. I know.
No,
it
no,
doesn't.
I'm saying like put it in the mods chat or something like that to let them trickle it to him. Simple.
It's like all the mods go, "Hey, there's this thing happening," and he's just like, "What?"
One day he'll listen. No, eventually, after they
would
all
it
tell
would have
him.
been great for Broas to raid you if he was still streaming? Yeah. There's
I wish Nick was still doing the podcast thing he started.
That's kind of like why I want him to be on here. I want to feel like I'm carrying the torch of that, and it just I'm doing that too. So I'll bring him in and try to
I
promote.
find it funny that we were like the last ones he did.
Yeah, I remember that
Oh,
podcast. I watched
it. It was a curse. We cursed him. No.
We cursed.
That's why you got to bring it back.
No, that's gonna be a question, by the way. Would you stop?
Oh. If it's he forgot, I would cackle.
No, I think
he
think
probably just wanted to prioritize other things.
he had other things. I think he got too busy. The other things in life. But yeah, that's the reality of that. Get ready for the marathon of marathons for this channel. It will explode all over the wall.
He even has a playlist
Yeah, it's still there. My face is
still there.
still.
It's just 4 episodes.
Well, we're on episode 2. We get to episode 5. We did better.
True.
I'm not ending.
He should be on episode 5. Like,
Not
he
gonna
did 5 episodes.
I'm
You only did
not.
4.
If you
What
want
happened?
to, if you want to promote, you can promote. I'd highly appreciate it. But if you don't, don't do it. Don't force yourself. And don't sit there. I'm not expecting to force them. But I'm gonna be posting on Twitter and Bluesky and on my community.
Note?
What? No, I don't even have really a Reddit. I have my Reddit, but I don't have a Reddit page.
I said Red Note.
What the hell? Red Note's TikTok, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's China TikTok.
It's the Bluesky of TikTok.
Yeah, I don't have it. And then also I gotta learn language. Literally the only people I talk to is the team.
I'm a lying piece of chicken.
Don't talk to me, Jose. Is that what it is? You don't talk to me? Damn.
Man, it just really did hitting you like that.
Hit me in the gut, punched me, knocked me down.
Oh, I can't make a joke. No.
I know you can't make a joke. That's why it's my podcast.
I want to make a joke about it so bad.
Bro cannot hold back.
Yeah, you can.
The balls.
Not the balls.
All right. Not like that. No.
Make like Sonic rings and never forget.
I'll never
forget.
So, for everybody that has watched and has enjoyed this podcast, thank you for coming. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for your Q&A. Please support not only this channel, but there will be another tier opening up for the membership system for donating memberships to the higher tier. It's going to be like for people that want to opt in, it will be helping for the podcast and development more directly, whereas this regular tier is just channel away kind of but either way things are moving either way. I do appreciate all the support, everybody that gifted memberships, even though it was Bryce.
I don't know what
I mean,
you're talking
all
about.
basically almost.
all it was all. No, I'm just messing. What?
All right.
Didn't send me hamster cam.
It's enough. What? All right. So if you guys like, hit it all. Subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Like everything. Enjoy. Oh my god. And one at the end.
Okay.
Oh, Smokey got it! Oh shit! Smokey got it! Whoa! Well, there you go.
There you go. You're welcome.
Smokey got a membership. Dang. That's a way to end it. All right, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, join. Oh, there's another membership, and
I still
Cuttern,
haven't gotten a membership. I'm gonna cry.
One day,
I wasn't even paying attention.
Gray
Wow.
will get a membership. One day.
Oh wait, allow gifts. I have to allow gifts. I'm
yeah,
not mad that I haven't
that's
allowed
why.
gifts.
That's
I
you
allowed
can't.
them,
You
though.
could have. You could have already won. That's so
I didn't know it was a thing.
You gotta turn it on.
I did. Now I'm turned on.
Oh, that's freaking. But like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I know people are viewing out there. If you are just viewing, please, I would love it if you like, dislike, leave a comment, subscribe, be a member, even come to Discord, support the Discord, join the Discord. It's all in the description below. And also expect that we're gonna have a little playlist for our this live podcast that is completely unedited and unchanged, versus the edited podcast that's going to be posted everywhere for everybody to enjoy. EV Cup.
It's not on Discord anymore, and it's like one of my most used emojis.
Wait, it's not on the Discord?
No, it's not. It's gone.
Oh, this is a tragedy.
EV
I can't
Cup.
even EV Cup in Discord when I've had Nitro for 3 months.
My God.
I can't even EV Cup in the YouTube because I didn't get a membership because I wasn't turned on. This is a tragedy.
Somebody donate a membership so he can get.
Everyone has a membership. Put EV Cup in chat.
I'm tagging all of you out, actually.
Hey, Grayson, do you think you'll get lucky?
No.
So what's the chance?
Okay, fine, I'll see.
He's gonna give
bruh. I
and
them out because
he did! He did! He got it! Holy shit! Wow. He got it too. There you go. See?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Multiple memberships added on. We have how many memberships do we get this stream? Holy moly, I don't even remember.
I think like 8 or 9.
Hold on, I gotta like look at it. Look at it.
What the heck are the odds?
That is some intense odds, I have to say.
That was so funny.
Oh my god.
As soon as he unlocks it, he gets it from me.
Oh my god, that's. Let's see, fan funding. All right, let's see how many memberships. 7 and 10 memberships stream. So we did pretty good. We got 10 for this podcast. So I say that's pretty good. If you can
get making the money.
If you can send more, if you can give, please support.
I can't remove mod messages. This is a tragedy.
Support your local.
I can.
Support your local EV. Support your.
Can you remove all of Smokey's messages specifically?
No, stop messing with. No.
Why didn't you even do it? That master deleted great.
Well, you're... all right, everybody. We'll see you in the next podcast.
Wait,
I will see you in the next stream. I will not be streaming tomorrow, as to take a little bit of vacation time. Y'all have a nice afternoon.
Wait, Smokey has more power over Gray. Damn.
Yep, Smokey is a managing mod.
What am I?
You are a
Gray
standard
is a managing mod. Damn.
You're a standard mod.
Bruh.
See y'all later, everybody.
Give us your money.
Money.